Ah, what's good, man? What cost on for tax day? You think I'm doing taxes today? You're out of your fucking mind if you think I'm doing taxes today, man. You're out of your fucking mind if you think we're talking about taxes on a day like today. Are you fucking crazy? Yo, 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 what the fuck is good? This is not a tax kind of day. As much as I would love to sit here and talk about capital gains tax, now I pay 54% because that's my tax bracket. If you didn't hear me correctly, that is 54% tax bracket for me. Yeah, no. As much as I would love to talk about taxes, we're not talking about no fucking taxes today. Okay? We're not talking about no taxes today. We're talking about the fact that SPY is at 633 and absolutely puking, pissing into market close. We're talking about the fact that Brent is 106 and I'm in it again. I can't. I'm just a trader, bro. I'm just a trader. Green and red, I just do that. Y'all can do the social thing, the club, this. I'm just a trader, dog. And I see opportunity and I'm here to take it, man. Yeah, I'm back in. I'm back fucking in and shit looks terrible, okay? And yesterday I came on stream and I was reacting to a headline from the president of the United States saying that stocks should go down and oil should go up. And apparently that was controversial. I got a cortisol spike from in a fight with someone I thought was my friend. He called me to tell me that that's a bad take. And then what happens today? I don't know. Probably what the most powerful person in the global world order said what happened, and stocks went down and oil went up. Consider me fucking crazy, but I was told I'm off my fucking rocker for thinking that that was significant. I also was told I'm off my rocker for thinking that a Trump taco that completely retraces in 5 minutes is not significant. Well, guess what? It fucking is. And shit does not look great right now. I'm going to be honest. So we have a lot to talk about today, okay? I want to start by saying bad news, okay? Which is that I found a new... By the way, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you want to chat, Twitch.tv/threadguy. I found a new favorite breakfast place, right? They have these bust down breakfast burritos and they're so good. But the problem is it's this really small place. They don't have tables. And so you sit at a bench next to the cash register to order. And I have to talk to the person that works there for like 15 minutes the whole time. And it was like cool the first time, but now I'm like, it's my first convo of the day, you know, because like I'm awake. Malcolm's not up yet. No one's awake. And so my first convo is I'm like forced into like a 15-minute with the very sweet lady that works the register, by the way. But it's like this niche place that doesn't do mobile order. And so I dead ass can't go anymore. It sucks. It's so good, but I can't go anymore. And it's really disappointing because I don't want to like talk in the morning. I don't want to talk in the morning. And so I can't go. I did this with my favorite grocery store too. I started going to this grocery store every day and getting food. And it's the same woman works the cash register. And I think they're like obligated by law to ask me if I have a membership account. And I don't. And I'm not a membership account guy. I hate memberships. But I offered to sign up because I was so sick of having the I felt so awkward. And so I was like down to, I might have told this story already, but I was down to get one. So I asked her like, okay, can I sign up? And she's like, hey, you have to do it on the website. And I'm like, bro, what? And so she knows I don't have a membership, but she's obligated by law to ask me every time. And it's like so uncomfortable. And so I just stopped going. I just found like a new store, bro. It's the worst. It's the worst. So I need a new breakfast spot. If you have any recs, let me know. But that's how I started my morning today. I had to can my favorite spot because it's just like, I don't know. I'm out of like voice lines. You know what I mean? Like I had my voice lines and I'd rather just like go to a new spot. Like you know what the real value of Waymos is not that they're cheaper, but that you get in a Waymo and you don't have to talk to anybody. That is why Waymo is going to take over the world and flip Uber. is that nobody actually cares about the 10% discount or it being a little cheaper or saving a little bit of money on gas. No, they just don't want to talk to the guy who drives the Uber. With all due respect, all love, and I respect you, but I don't really want to talk, and to request a silent Uber is just a weird thing to do. It's like you're a dick if you do that. You're just like an asshole. Who's doing that? Like, you're not requesting silent. Like, you're an asshole. That's a weird thing to do. Like, who's doing that? You're not requesting silent. Like, that's like so weird. You're like, that's worse than just not. I would rather walk than request a silent Uber. Honestly, I would. I'd rather walk. We're just walking. It's like you call an Uber Black and a Tesla comes, I'm just walking. I just would rather walk. You know? I would rather walk. I would. Kill me, you know? Flame me. I would rather walk. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm a weirdo. I'm just like hella antisocial until I'm forced into the convo, and then I realize I love conversations. You know? So, every once in a while, by the way, I have a couple Uber drivers I still follow on IG. I probably have like 2 or 3 who are playing their music for me, and I'm like, all right, bet. I'm down. And so there's a few of them I follow on IG. There's a few I follow on IG, and I like their stories and shit. But for the most part, I'm a weirdo. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a weirdo. And you're at just second, third. I don't take Adderall anymore. I haven't taken a stimulant in like 5 years. I'm not gonna lie. This is just pure, like, raw, unfiltered, just brain capacity. No, I'm serious. I haven't taken a stimulant in like 5 years. I drink a lot of coffee and a lot of caffeine. I haven't taken a stimulant in 5 years. All right, roll call. Let's get started. We have a lot to talk about. I don't have a lot of time to waste. Thread. No one gets their Uber's IGs. Yeah, I'm weird. I'm weird. I don't know. Viblet, what's good? Chunky Nuts, what's good? J-Dogs, Jackson Ray, what's good? Yo, Caleb, what's good? Joey, DJ, Sax, Live the Life TV, Small Pepe, Rectal, Young Spoon, Spicy Meatball, Polka, Alex on GMI, Pudgy, what's good? Wheatens, Art Mom, Izaru, what's good? Narlo, what's good? G-Man, what's good? Only for the Money, what's good? OCJR, what's good? Rockefeller, what's good? Kevin, what's good? Kira, what's good? LeBoom, does that say LeBooty James? Pipe Bomb 33, what's good? Wag, what's good? Sos, what's good? God damn, Jesus. Shifty, what's good? Spoon, what's good? What's today's topics? I don't know. Maybe like Black Friday in the stock market and like a circuit breaker limit down while oil like legs up and Trump tacos don't work anymore. I don't know. Like meme war and how Iran's posting like Lego videos of Trump propaganda back and forth. I don't know. Maybe how like Elizabeth Warren said she would like to speak with Mr. Beast. No one ever talks about Black Friday. It's always like Black Monday this, Black Monday that. It's never Black Friday. Memecoin Monday prep. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we have Andrew Yang on stream on Monday. What the fuck? That's awesome, man. I was gonna forget about this. We have Andrew Yang stream. Isn't that awesome? How cool is that? We're looking at motion. I'm not gonna lie. Like, y'all know who this is? Yes or no? Be honest. Y'all know who this is? You looking frustrated? Thanks, G. This is gonna be a movie. I was gonna vote for that MFR. Why didn't you? Oh. Forgot. You met him? Yeah, met him in campaign form. How was he? Yeah, I'm pretty hype. I figure it'll be a nice break in World War III is gonna destroy the world, and we can get back to like AI doomerism is gonna destroy the world. I figure it'd be a nice break in the variety of doomerism we're covering on stream and get back to like the AI doom. Feels like decent, right? Like we'll get back to like Citrini, Doom, Saspocalypse, UBI rather than like World War. How the nails say they're not good. They're not good. My nails are bad. Dude, I can tell you like a personal story real quick, and then we can actually talk about streams. I had like this perpetual nail biting thing my whole life. Like they were so bad. Always my whole life. They were so bad. They were so bad. And so I'm like really conscious about it, right? And so I fixed them and I got them like so good because I started painting, whatever, call me fruity. I started painting them. And so because they were painted and looking all like pearly and shit, I didn't want to like fuck them up. So I got so dialed with them for like a minute. They were just like painted, like just like clear, like you couldn't even see they're painted. But then nobody told me that gel is like really bad for your nails. And so I had these like gel ass nails on, and they started chipping, and I couldn't get rid of them. And so I started like picking him to get him off. And then now it's just like it's cooked. It's like I might as well have just like reversed like 10 years of like fixing my shit. Like I might as well have just done nothing. Honestly, I might as well have just done nothing. So, okay, we have market close in 4 minutes. I don't want to look, and I really don't want to say Pete Hexeth's name, but I just did. Here, what do we have for intros real quick? Tweet of the year. Every workplace has a Strait of Hormuz. You and your coworkers just have to find it and shut it down. Maybe tweet of the year. TJ, is someone older than me? Should I get a 9 to 5 or go all in on Meme Scope Monday? Chat. Be honest. Are you actually gonna log in on Meme Scope? I'm gonna be so. Can I be so for real right now? I am probably gonna open Axiom on Meme Scope Monday. Like, you're gonna lose that. You're not gonna make any money, and it's gonna be.
So make sure you don't.
Wait, stop. I actually want to watch this. I really don't want to look at the stock market yet. I don't want to look. We gotta burn time before we look. I really don't want to look. Let's waste time before we have to look at the stocks because I really don't want to look. It's bad. It's really bad.
Don't go.
It's gonna be bad. I don't want to look at stocks.
We're going to be touching again like it's 2024, so make sure you don't go to school that day. All right, guys, there's a really big announcement here that I want to talk about.
By the way, you can't just declare the market back. This isn't how this works. You aren't allowed to just say, okay, Monday, we're back. It's not how markets work. You can't just like declare. It's like declaring I'm going to be like 6'4" tomorrow. It's like, no.
Really big day on Monday. If you guys haven't been keeping up with the trenches, let's talk about what's going on. We're gonna get ready for Meme Scope Monday, March 30th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Traders plan to flood fresh Solana meme coins on platforms like Pump.fun and Radium with massive volume. Alright, boys. So we're getting ready for 2024-2025 vol. It kicked off with Orange's board call for action. We're gonna be punching again like.
Wait, what did he just say?
It kicked off with Orange's board call for action. We're gonna be punching again like it's 2024. So make sure you don't go to school that day. Make sure you don't go to school that day. Make sure you don't go to school that day. Don't call into work. Hey, let's see if the community rallies together and we can actually get some runners going on. So, I think that should happen. We're gonna be punching again like it's 2024.
I mean this in such a. Okay, let me rant for a minute. I mean this in such a. Just like not mean. I don't have I didn't sleep last night. I mean this in such a genuine way, like such a just honest and not mean way. But okay, I don't even know how to say this without sounding like such a fucking dickhead and like conceited and like elitist and like just the worst. But the meme coin thing in 2026 is just so fried. I am so. I'm gonna just. Dude, here's the deal. Meme coins were never some revolutionary tech or anything. Okay? There just was volume, and we trade volume. And so I don't want to like, here we go already. Why does threadguy act like he's above the trenches? First of all, I'm a fucking commodities trader. Okay? Second of all, I made a lot of money on meme coins. So I'm not saying this as like I'm better than you kind of thing. I made a lot of money on meme coins. Okay? I had a lot of fun with meme coins. I loved meme coins. I loved 2024 just as much as you should. And I did. Trump was my greatest trade ever. I did great on meme coins. But bro, I liked meme coins just like I liked NFTs, just like I liked Top Shot, just like I liked sports cards, just like I liked Supreme in 2017, just like I liked fucking whatever, flipping friendship bracelets in 2010. I liked it just as much as the next guy when it was the thing, but it's like, guys, if you're a good trader or aspiring good trader, you just go to where the good traders go, the new thing. And so I read these tweets on my timeline from the Memescope cabal, and all anyone wants to talk about, this is why I don't go to crypto events anymore. Anytime I go to a crypto event and I meet some trencher, somehow, some way, the conversation finds a way back to like, man, I just wish like AI season was back. I just wish we had 2024 back. I'm like, bro, it's 2026. It's 2026. Give it up, man. Don't lie, you wish too. Yeah, I wish too, but I also fucking wish I was in the NBA. I also wish I had 100 M's. I also there's like a lot of things I wish, bro. Like, what do you mean you wish too? It's just like such a dumb brain frame. Like, I hate the brain frame. It's like, yeah, I miss being in fucking 8th grade and like playing on a basketball team. I miss being a freshman in high school, like starting on varsity, averaging 15, scoring 20 as a freshman, getting a he's a freshman chance. But that doesn't mean I'm going to like be a freshman in high school. It's like, it's just like, guys, please, with the fucking Memescope thing, like, when they're back, we'll trade him again. If they come back, we'll trade him again. Just like if NFTs came back, we would trade him again. But for some reason, people feel like attachment to like the Memecoin stuff. Like they owe Pump Fun like something. It's like they like owe Axiom something. Like, bro, they're like billionaires, bro. They made $1 billion. Axiom made $1 billion. Photon made $1 billion and didn't give you an airdrop. Didn't happen. It didn't. They made $1 billion to give you an airdrop. And so I just you should feel like you switched up on the Memecoin stuff, in my opinion. You should feel like you switched up on it. You almost have like you almost have an obligation to yourself if you haven't just let it go to let it go. You really should. You have an obligation to just let it go. Crypto, you have an obligation, in my opinion. Just let it go, bro. Let it go. Let it go. Trade other stuff. When they're back, they're back. If they don't come back, whatever. But there's just a time and place. It's just like a weird, I don't know. Like, I feel for some of these people, but it's like we're still talking about meme. There's money to be, there's money to be made. Like, spies. Did you see this? All right, fine. Let me watch. We'll watch this, and I gotta move on for the memes going. I didn't mean to talk about this. I'm trying to burn as much time as possible, but stocks just closed, and we have to get to the serious shit. There's no good memes to bid, bro. There's no good memes to bid. All right, we'll watch this, and I have to actually like get serious. Neat is really funny too. I had to look at myself in the mirror and have a long, hard conversation with myself. The honest truth is, if the only market you can make money in is fall 2024, you're just not a good trader. I had to just have the conversation with myself and say, we gotta just figure this out. If that's the only market you could be profitable in, you're just not a good trader. That's it. So yeah, if you trade on Monday, you just deserve. Actually, you don't deserve anything. You deserve whatever you get. But it's gonna be a rough one. All right, Mo. All right, let's get serious. Let's get serious. We have serious stuff to talk about. Elizabeth Warren would like to speak with Mr. Beast. I have questions for Mr. Beast, she says. No, let's get actually seriously serious. Stock market close today is a fucking gnarly one. I said yesterday that it felt like the first day. I said yesterday felt like the first day, like some real like panic set in to stocks on some like, yeah, this is a fucking pretty gnarly situation. And today was definitely worse. Like, before, we would front run Saturday escalation with a Friday dump. And this week we front ran the Friday dump with the Thursday dump, which is not a great sign. SPY closes down 1.6%. I think it was as much as 2 at the bottom. And daily on this thing, look. Disgusting. Really disgusting. Kind of at a critical level, or we're just gonna. I mean, yeah, it's bad. This is the S&P 500, by the way. 615 bottom. I mean, you know what the bottom really should be, but this if this was like a real market that like trades normally, it really should be this. Should be 480. 4,800, 480. Honestly, it should be, but it won't be. But it should be. But disgusting close on SPY. And I mean, you know my take on this is I think yesterday was the most significant day in price action where there was a Trump taco that just retraced in 5 minutes. Haven't seen that yet. Haven't seen it yet. Really, you haven't seen that yet. A Trump taco retraced in 5 minutes. Have not seen that yet. And so I said that there was going to be a moment. There's 3 outcomes here. 1, full escalation, go for the jugular. 2, Taco Supreme, pull out completely. Or 3, Taco eventually has diminishing returns and then doesn't work anymore. And we hit 3. And that's probably the worst outcome because that means the market really no longer cares and as to what he's like. You could theorize that if Taco doesn't work, it means the market doesn't care about what Trump has to say unless it's a Taco Supreme. Okay, and Taco Supreme is like the final taco. That's like, we're out, we're done. Doesn't matter the implications, we're done. And so we're basically, I believe we've reached jugular or Taco Supreme, and there's no longer an in-between. Okay, and while stock market looks like this, look, I feel like I've been joning on him really hard recently. So I don't want to keep doing it. Hey, DNF has a clip for me. Yeah, look. It's from yesterday. Should we watch my clip from yesterday? And so you guys want to know what just happened here? By the way, you want to know what just happened? The law of diminishing fucking tacos. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Okay, you know what just happened on this Trump taco announcement? This is what just happened. 99 Brett, by the way. This is what just happened. It did fucking nothing. It did nothing. You remember that when I got the whiteboard out 3 days ago and I said one of 3 things are going to happen. He's going to invade. He's going to actually Supreme Taco pull out, or he's going to taco, and we're going to get to a moment where the taco does nothing and we actually go higher after it, and that's when everything's lost. Do I just say the same shit every day? That is when everything is lost, okay? And gentlemen, we are coming fucking closer to that. That's when everything is lost. The tacos do. Look at Rasmer in the chat talking about brother, call me. Brother, call me. Look at him. Brother. Not work anymore. Look at that full taco retrace. I'm not going to lie, this one is significant. This one is significant. Yeah, I mean, that's the most important candle. Look, here's another one. Thread, oh my god, dog. Oh my god, Thread, you retard. That's the most important candle. All right, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. I think it is. I think it's the most important. That was like, this is the least effective taco candle by far. The war's been going on for a month and oil's still at 92. At least up until this point. Feel pretty strongly right now. This is literally how Trump's operated always, brother. Now, I can't believe he sat me into a fucking phone call. More than ever, that the only way to Rasmus right. TG just doomer headline hyper trend hopping maxing. Where's bot nukes? Show yourself. This market is you do what Trump says. You just do. But we're trading what Trump says. 100,000%. We're trading what Trump says. You have to. If you're gonna go against Trump, you are asking to just be stopped. You just are. Hey, like he's telling us what to do. He's saying long oil, short stocks. He's screaming it. He looked me in my eyes and said, threadguy, long oil, short stocks. But sometimes. Why are you acting like I don't have an intellectually sound take here? Short stocks.
But sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
He said it. He said sell stocks. Sometimes you. No, I'm not victory lapping any. The only thing I'm victory lapping is that yesterday was significant. That's it. I didn't even really make money on this. I have some whack ass dog shit ass entry on Brent that I'm gonna make no money on. Like I can't trade Brent anymore. I made the one trade, and that's it. I'm not even victory lapping. I feel like that was like the inflection moment. We hit the point. That was a fucking moment, a very important moment that happened. Because to me, it feels as if Trump has officially lost it. What was I gonna pull up? Oh, this is Trump right now. I feel like he's lost the market today, like as of yesterday. This is him right now, by the way. I feel like I've been joning on him, so like I'm gonna try to go light. Used to. I took an oil short here. I think that's dangerous. I'll tell you why. What the fuck do I know? No, this isn't live. This is he gave a speech at wait. Breaking. Trump just hit the YMCA dance full throttle at the White House in front of a roaring crowd of farmers. The place went wild. This is the kind of leader America loves, full of life and unstoppable spirit. So this happened today. And let me just check this headline real quick. Roaring crowd is nuts. White House unveils Only Farms website, welcomes farmers with golden tracker on South Lawn. Is this real? Jesus, it's real. Okay, so let's go over close and then let's talk about what happened today. What is Only Farms? What did I just read? What? Only Farms. It's a searchable map where users can click their state to see the average amount they've saved due to Trump's farming agenda. Okay. Let's go over close. So SPY down 1.6. Nasty one. Russell down 2.5. Nasty. Q's down 2. Software ETF IGV down 3.6%. Nasty. The Dow, God. You know how we talk about mega church all the time? This would have been my favorite trade of all time if we did it. I can't believe we didn't take it. I've reworked my brain, and I feel like I would have taken it if it happened today. Pam Bondi at the Jeffrey Epstein hearing asked a question about Jeffrey Epstein, and she said, why are you asking me this? Can we focus on the stock market? The Dow is at 50,000. And this yellow line is the timestamp on the Dow. It's just been a straight candle down. Now, I know so is everything else, but that was our sign. It's now down 10%. Legendary trade. If somebody took it, I would love to talk to you. Okay, individual names. First of all, VIX up 13.5% today. Just gross. Hyperliquid down 1.8. Silver up 3. Metals actually are trading really well. Gold put in a nice candle today. Feels like a lot of the weakness in stocks rotated to gold. Here's like the hourly. Looks really nice on gold. Some good bids. I don't have any, of course, because that would be like smart. Zcash, ugh, God, gross. ETH, nasty. I don't even know how I go over ETH. Tau, nasty. Not sure. I didn't exactly top tick it, but my rationale as to why I sold it yesterday, I don't even know, was it yesterday, 2 days ago? Made sense. 340 exit was a pretty good sell. Dollar up a little bit today. Bitcoin, horrid candle Bitcoin put in today, down 4%. And then 10-year yields ripping. Already we're higher than when Trump did full Taco Supreme on Liberation Day in April of last year. And this thing is... I don't know that much about bonds. I really am trying to learn about bonds. We're going to do a bond stream. But this is apparent. I mean, this is what he cares about the most. Is bonds. You lose control. This is really what screams we've lost control of the market, and it's candling. Pretty gnarly. Got a little bit of a retrace. I'm not sure on what exactly, but candling. Okay, individual names from here. Energy's up a lot. ExxonMobil. Remember when that senator or whatever came on stream? No, he didn't come on stream, but he like filed his reporting or whatever, and he bought the Schmico top of Exxon at like 165 or whatever. Yeah, he's fucking up money. Crazy. Chevron ripping. Brent up 4.3 today. Crude up almost 6. And then Conoco up not much. Defense murdered. Palantir down 3. Palantir really just trades with software ETF. Nasty. And then everything else, Lockheed, Raytheon, crushed. Fertilizer stuff. I don't even know why I have these on the screen. I don't know what any of them are. But this one is trading terrible. What happened? Double limit down on Braxum, but the other two look good. Individual names, Nvidia, Cliff. It might look worse than SPY. Look at Nvidia chart. Gnarly. Gnarly. But don't worry, Julian Petrulis is buying stocks today. Adobe down 2.5. SanDisk is actually green. Apple down 1.6. Salesforce nasty. Microsoft nasty. Netflix has been doing. Where's One Spicy Meatball? You enter this? It actually looks decent. Doesn't seem to care that much. Microsoft down 2.5. Oracle down 2.5. Nasty. Meta with one of the grossest charts we've seen in a while. Look at the daily on Meta. Horrid. On 4. Amazon down 4. Where's Chris Camillo? Tesla, awful. Google, awful. I mean, look at this heading fucking. I hate to be like that guy today. I'm not even like particularly bearish. I'm just like pretty convinced there's gonna be war. I'm not even particularly bearish. Like I'm just giving it to you straight where we're at. What do you have, DNAP? New Trump video just dropped. The best position right now is obviously cash. You could be the thing about being a short seller here is that nothing's even really happened. That's the thing. I just am not a short seller. I'm not good at it. I've never really made money doing it, and it feels like a difficult spot to do it right now. I'm tired, man. How old is this? 20 minutes. Okay. Closing off here, AMD, horrid. Intel, horrid. And individual, where's HIMS? I've been taking the pills. Nothing's really been happening. Figma down. Oh. Oof. God. Down 10% today. Why? HIMS down 10. Look at this HIMS chart. God damn. I mean, just carnage. Wow. Robinhood down 6. How? Some of these names. Strategy 6. Lululemon 6. Look at this daily in Lululemon. Look at this. Horrid. Coinbase 7. Where's SoFi? It's probably bad. Oh my God. Yeah, some of these names. You know what's crazy? Is individual. I ran down 6. Every stock looks this bad. And the S&P 500 is only down 9% off ATH. 9. That's it. 9 percentage points off ATH. It's not even bad. It's not even that bad. And so this puts us in a very precarious spot, gentlemen, where the most significant event, in my opinion, by far, of this war that is, by the way, I don't want to take anything away from, I mean, look, it's a very serious thing. People are losing their lives on both sides. I don't want to take anything away from any tragedies that's happened in this war, but this war is very much being fought in the order books right now. It is. I mean, it's very much being fought on Twitter, and it's being fought in the order books. And we're going to spend I have a guest coming on 45 minutes to talk about Polymarket. He's trading geopolitics. He's been trading Iran. So we have like 45 minutes to talk about this thesis of this war is being fought in the order books, and it's being fought on Twitter. It's basically a propaganda battle between Iran and America. And Trump has been trying to buy as much time as humanly possible. Credit where it's due. I think he's done a very good job. He's kept the markets up, kept bond yields down. Trump has done a very good job staying in control of the markets while he tries to buy time to solve military operations in Iran but I am of the belief that he just lost control of the market yesterday. He lost control, and it's like the boy who cried wolf, right? Eventually they don't come. I think that he thought we would be done by now. And if that's what he thought is we would be done by now, he would be able to Taco Supreme, get the deal, and get out. He played it perfectly. Okay. In that hypothetical scenario, he played it perfectly. He stopped the markets from reacting. He stopped oil from spiraling out of control. He stopped indexes from getting crushed. He stopped bonds from getting out of control. He actually held on to the situation very well. He controlled the media. He controlled the narrative. He kept everything chill. Now, that would assume we're done by now in the hypothetical scenario, but the reality situation is we don't live in hypothetical scenarios, and we're not done by now. And the market just closed on Friday, and we usually escalate into the weekend. And the game has been keep everything as stable as possible up until market close, and then we puke risk 10 minutes before. We puke indexes, we puke majors, we puke stocks 10 minutes before. We go into the weekend, he escalates. We get a big headline before futures open on Sunday. Everything comes back to life. Market open on Monday, we're down 0.3%. We all joke about how it's not that bad. Well, that is completely shifted today, as of yesterday. That's completely shifted, okay? Because the war's not over. None of those things are true, and we couldn't make it into the weekend in positive note. We actually made it into the weekend with everything puking hard for 48 hours. Thursday, Friday, just nonstop selling. And if you look at SPY, it's just been down. I mean, it's basically been down only. You don't even see bounces on this chart, okay? And so I would be inclined to say Trump did an incredible job managing the situation if we were done. But we're not done. We're not done, okay? And the market is saying it's going to get much worse. He did not control the situation going into the close, which is where he wants to escalate over the weekend. Oil's candling out of control. We knew the line in the sand was 100 for crude, right? We've known this. We've said this many times. The line in the sand is 100 on crude, and it's over that. It's 148 cents. It's candling up right now. And I feel like yesterday, with my 5 weeks of geopolitical experience, was the most significant day we've witnessed in the markets, where Trump did a taco and the market didn't fucking care, okay? At first, it would dump 30, oil would dump 30% on taco, then it was 20, then it was 10, then it was 5, then it was a 2% candle down, and then it wicked up higher than where he fucking made the announcement. It would have been lower if they never even made the headline announcement, okay? And I got in a fight about this yesterday, thinking this was significant. It was called a retard, and I think it has blown out of control, and this weekend feels like it's going to be gnarly. So I want to talk about why this war is being fought in the order books, and specifically the propaganda going back and forth on both sides for 45 minutes. I got to get up. I'm drinking a lot of coffee. I got to get up really quick. I'll be back in I'll legit be back in 30 seconds. When I come back, we have a lot to talk about. All right, BRB. Yeah, already, by the way, I'm drinking a matcha latte. This shit, does that have sugar in it, by the way? Does whole milk have sugar in it? By the way, if you're watching on Twitter, YouTube, you want chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Does whole milk have sugar in it? It has carbs. Isn't that good for you, though? Isn't it good for you? All right. Let's go over escalations over yesterday and then we'll get into the propaganda stuff because it's getting yeah, I mean, it's getting crazy. And I look at these candles right now in oil, and it's like, look, I'm in this trade again. I can't believe it, but I fucking am. I am of the belief that Trump is just going to go for it. I really think he is. It feels like he's watching the market just like we are. Okay. He's probably watching it closer than we are. He's watching the market just like we are. And it feels like he's got to just go for it. I don't know. Escalations feel inevitable based off of what is happening. So here's a couple headlines to recap yesterday. Then we'll get to like where we're at right now. So I wake up. I have an alarm. I wake up every 3 hours now and just check oil price. It's so ridiculous, but I do. And I woke up in the middle of the night. Brent was like 104. I was like, "Fuck my life. What happened? 102 maybe. I don't even know. So can you ban this fucking kid out of the chat, please? Fuck my life. Fuck your meme scope Monday. Fuck Greg. Fuck all of it. This was the first announcement, I think. This is right after we got off stream, actually. Trump way sending another 10,000 ground troops to the Middle East. And, you know, no one of these headlines in a silo are the biggest deal ever. But you put them all together in combination with where the market is and what we're doing and how things are playing out, and they are significant. Threadguy, if you get drafted, I'm going to riot. Dude, I have a torn. By the way, if I haven't said this recently, I have a torn labrum. I could barely lift a mug right now out of the cabinet. I am not draftable. You don't want me on your team. I'm like Brandon Pokazinski. Okay, I'm like Killian Hayes. Okay, second is this headline has been coming out a lot. I don't know how much validity there is to this, but hold on. Let me address something really quick. Yes, threadguy, Donald Trump, who's 10 figs and can't be reelected, is closely watching the market. You seriously want to be fucking sarcastic with me and tell me that Trump's not watching the market? You want to get fucking sarcastic? Because I can play fucking sarcastic. You think Trump isn't watching the market? It's the only thing he cares about. Pam Bondi, in a hearing about Jeffrey Epstein, said that we shouldn't be talking about Epstein. The Dow is over 50,000. You really want to get sarcastic with me about this? Trump cares about nothing else but the market. It's like, you really want to like fucking troll about this? No, it's the only thing he cares about. Why do you think he tacoed Liberation Day? Why do you think he's made every taco announcement planned around the exact moment that any headline comes? Why do you think he does anything? It's the market, bro. It's the only thing he cares about. So he's like, doesn't give a fuck about midterms. He doesn't give a fuck about JD Vance winning. He doesn't give a fuck about his legacy, how we think. He cares about nothing. He just cares about nothing. He cares about nothing. It's like, yes, you are right. It's the only thing he cares about is the market. It's all he cares about is the fucking market. So yes, he does. Rasmer viewer. Don't start that. That's fucked. I'm completely joking. And Rasmer's the GOAT. He's actually done fucking pretty well covering this stuff. That wasn't funny. That's actually not funny. Don't laugh at that. W Rasmer. So this has been coming out a lot. I don't know what the validity is to this, but everyone keeps reporting that Trump is getting bored with Iran. Not that he regrets it or something. He's just bored and wants to move on. I mean, I'm kind of bored with it too, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm down to... I tweeted this. I'm down to just pretend like this never happened and just move on. And I'm pretty bored with it too, you know? Here we go. Iran on U.S. peace talk headlines. They spam so much fake news trying to push energy prices down that the market is just numb now. Keep going. Nobody is buying it anymore. The real prices will show up anyways. Powerful maybe, but smart, not even close. Burn that fake news card way too early. I fucking reported this 2 days ago. This is what we've been saying. I mean, come on. This is how the market's trading. This is where we are at. By the way, Iran, whoever's like reporting with Iran and Trump, they are You know how like everyone had that one high school relationship, like your home, like you knew at your high school there was some relationship that like you didn't really care about it, but they were just mad public about it. And every time they broke up, they're posting. Every time they're back together, like paragraphs, like he did this, she did this, trying to like win over. This is what this feels like. It's a Twitter war, bro. Now, look, again, I don't mean to sound insensitive when I say that, because there are real lives being lost. There's serious shit happening, and so I'm not trying to dumb anything down or like make humor out of anything. But this is very much a social media and order books war. It's how it's played. It's all he cares about is the price of oil, really. And so this headline came out too, which is that 33% of Iran's missile arsenal has been destroyed as the Iran war nears its 1 month mark. Is that high? Is that low? Is it real? Is it fake? Who knows? We have no way of knowing any of this. You know, the only way you can actually gauge where this war is at is the price of Brent oil, and that shit's being fucking manipulated too. So there's no way. There's no way. I don't know. I don't even know. What do you do with this announcement? Is this real? Is it fake? By the way, Kabisi Letter is one of the best follows for this whole thing. It's better than Zero Hedge. It's better than Walter Bloomberg. It's better than everybody. But what's real? What's not? We have no clue. This is part of the problem. It's hard to gauge how serious any individual announcement or headline is. But this is starting to be truth seeking. I mean, look, you tell me. You tell me if it's under control right now. It's just like, I don't know. It's starting to be truth seeking, I fear. And then as we get into this happened, by the way, they hacked. I don't even know if I can show this. Am I gonna get like fucking? They hacked Kash Patel's email, which is like not super inspiring. Studio realized the FBI security was nothing more than a joke. This is like not particularly like inspiring. But yeah, they hacked his email. And yeah, finally is this not that important. Why did you long Brent and long crude? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Like, no answer. Straight up. I honestly, no answer. Like, just like straight up. Next question. I don't know. I actually don't know. The big question, TG. Oh no, I do know, because this is like the U.S. is like a sick energy producer. They have a fucking ton of oil, and there's all these weird like price control commentary. I don't know. I'm like afraid of crude. The big question, TG, is honestly whether you think Trump cares about more his legacy and how it will. Okay, wait. Let me read this. Why did you do it like blurry like that? I can't read it. The big question, TG, honestly, is whether you think Trump cares about more. Either his legacy and how it will look embarrassing once he loses this war, or does he care more about the stock market under his term? TLDR is screwed anyways. I don't think he's screwed anyways. I don't think he's screwed. Nobody's screwed. But I fear that he's getting his hand forced into doing something at a level he didn't want to do, which would be escalation. I don't think he wanted fucking a ground invasion into Iran, but it seems like we might get there. Okay? So there's still outs. Like, I mean, he's the fucking president of the most powerful country in the world. There are outs. Make no mistake about it. But they're just not, like, I'm still of the belief the way the U.S. walks out of this stronger is, I mean, jugular. You go for it and you win and you walk away like, yeah, okay, we didn't really want to do that, but like we have the ability to do it. And everybody turns their fucking head. That's an out. It is. But it's a disgusting one. It's a gross one. And it's not a fun one. There's not fun outs anymore. Like a fun little taco, we're done is no longer possible. Jugular nuke, no, you can't nuke, but like jugular's like, just let's fucking destroy shit. So let's start with this, and then let's get into the Twitter war. Okay? Trump campaigned on no new wars. Yeah, but everybody fucking campaigns on, he also campaigns as a crypto president. Both the US and Russia are seeing how easy it is to destroy expensive energy infrastructure. Kinetic aggression is no longer the edge it once was. The monopoly on violence they both had in the 20th century is gone. 21st century wars are increasingly fought on the order books. Okay? I mean, I didn't know anything about war before this. I now know 1% about it. And this is obviously becoming true. I mean, I feel like the U.S. has like, you said Trump doesn't care about the markets. I feel like this has been thrown in our face really hard and aggressively, hard and aggressive, that they will do whatever it takes to keep control of the markets and keep the actual information of what's happening, like, sort of away from us. Follow up on this is a good one I have back to back. I just plan the streams that well. Feels like so much fake news / so hard to trust the news on this website. Feel like I need my own intelligence unit to even know what is going on. I mean, I feel like we have spent all day, every day for the last month covering everything, and how confident I feel in my ability to like really understand what's happening in the weeds here is very minimal, or at least lower than it should be. You know, again, it's like all you can do is speculate and watch the order books. But like, you guys remember, I don't know, 4 days ago, what candle was it? This candle, when Israeli News Network 12 declared a ceasefire, and this thing, was this yesterday's taco? This was yesterday's taco. I think it was this candle. Yeah, here it is. This Israeli News Network 12 said there's a ceasefire, and we dumped 7% in a day. Or was it this one? I don't even know what candle it was. I don't even know anymore what candle it was, but it was a candle. And we dumped like 7% on just like a completely fake headline. It was just like in your face fake. Like unreal levels of fake. And so it's hard to trust the market when there's lying to you. And so this is very much a market war, which is very good for us to know as we, like, I don't know, spend more time in geopolitics. But the second side of it is this is very much a Twitter war. And so one of the things I'm going to say before I show some of these videos is that underrated strategy of the United States of America. I don't know who told me this, but think about this. So, okay. We basically accepted that we trade on Trump headlines. It's the most powerful force in the market. Is what does Donald Trump say either direction? We're trading Trump headlines. And so you can extract that and say we're trading headlines broadly. And so we're basically trading Iran headlines versus Trump headlines. Trump has the loudest megaphone in the world. No one has a louder voice on the internet than Trump. And one of the first things that happened in this Iran war is Trump in the US killed the Ayatollah and then killed the 40 people behind him, right? Like the next 40 successors behind the Ayatollah, all dead. And so who's actually in charge in Iran is like, I don't even know. I don't know. We've spent all day, every day for the last 30 days covering this. I don't even know who's in charge. I have no clue. Zero idea who's in charge, whose voice to listen to, and who to trust from that side. They're on Twitter all day. But who's in charge, I have no idea. And so Trump comes out and makes an announcement and says, we are close to a deal with Iran. Market oil dumps 15%. Iran then comes out and is like, no, we've actually never spoken. It recovers like maybe half the candle. And then we're down 15% from where we started on like a lie. Is it true? Is it not? Nobody knows. Because I think one of the underrated parts of like control the market at any means necessary is that there isn't a loud enough megaphone in Iran for like the US traders to trust and trade off of. It's like a weird, think about it. It gets like I don't even have a guy on notice that I would like to have on notice who's like in charge of Iran comps. Like I don't even know who it is. And so if we're trading a market, if we're fighting a war in the order books and we're trading a market on headlines, this is like a dominant US strategy that I think has worked really well. But they have really locked in on like social media. And so here's a take, which is like, no single country on earth has been able to beat the US propaganda machine until now, and for years to come. How Iran was able to do it successfully will be studied both in academic and defense circles. Bro, the war, it's insane to me, but they're like, there's a decent chance whoever's in charge of military operations in Iran would like read your tweet, or like would read my tweet, or like could see our stream. It's like a non-zero chance. They're fighting it on Twitter. I mean, look at these like videos. These videos are nuts. AI was a mistake. This has been released, by the way, from the like official Iranian, like a government sanctioned news outlet, like the Iranian like news network. Wait, who owns Lego? Can't buy shares in Lego. Crazy. I mean, bro, it's being some of these videos are nuts. Like, look at this. This is the guy, like the military guy, posted this. I mean, this is crazy. No, is this not insane? So these videos are nuts. Chinese state broadcast on America and Iran, episode 2. I loaned oil with you up 50%, bro. How are you up 50%? Fucking move the slider down, bro. Move the fucking leverage slider. How are you up 50%, bro? Move that shit down. Jesus. GG though.
你没事吧？
你是谁？来我家做什么？
你是不是打算用油来炸鱿鱼？
我们只是研究拿来点灯用来生产而已呀。
别听他狡辩，他搞出来是想炸我们的，搞定他，把他炼油的东西都砸了。
哼，还狡辩？没人比我更懂怎么用油。不过我们也不是不可以商量。
你竟然偷袭我！你，
以后他在院子里面石油都是我的了。
Yeah. I don't even like want to show this. I'm gonna show just because this is one of the craziest videos I've ever watched in my entire life. I don't even really have a take on it, but like, look at this. I mean, this is like, oh, this is like a reality check that war is fucking gnarly.
دوست دارم پاشم از خوابو تموم شه دردامو زندگی کنم دیگه با خیال آسود
Bro, this video is insane. I've watched it like 100 times.
پاشم از جامو باشی فردا و یکی بهم بگه همه اینا خواب بوده پا کنم عشقامو ببینی سر پامو بگی چطوری تو بگم حال من خوب.
Yeah. That is an absolutely unreal one. And then the US is like posting this, bro. Is this supposed to look? I mean, is this? Do you? This was intentional, right? From the White House. I mean, we're like in the middle of like a. They're going back and forth between like war edits, which by the way they've stopped doing war edits. And imagine being a Chinese intelligence officer whose job is to contextualize why the White House posted a pixelated cock on Maine as the global economy takes a dive. And the White House is vague posting for 4 days about an announcement. And the announcement was an app, like a news app. And it's just like, my God. I mean, you can't vague post during a war. Are you out of your fucking mind? Seriously? During war? By the way, the White House should never be vague posting, ever. It's the most important Twitter account in the world is vague posting. What are you talking about? What are you saying? What are you saying? You have to understand that we live in a new world order. We live in a new world, a new culture. The boomers don't know how to play, but they're forced to. And everything is just the internet, okay? And so when you say I'm retarded for saying all trading is just Twitter, no, you're actually retarded for not realizing that's how it is. You're the retard for not realizing that we hit stock market all-time high because Trump said to buy stocks on Twitter. And this war is being fought on, I mean, bro, official Iranian news network.
Yeah. You crossed the ocean just to find your granted. Sacrifice your own boys for a lie. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Make America great again. Yo, Tails, this shit crazy. Yeah. Make America great again now. We will see what happens, yeah. Watch this.
What?
Sacred defense, we protecting the soil. Why you sacrifice soldiers to pay for your spoil? You first who ran the globe, sitting on your throne. Now we turning every base into a bed of stone. It's a slaughterhouse.
This is the official Iranian news network posted this.
A trap you couldn't see. Welcome to the graveyard of your vanity. The secrets are leaking. The pressure is rising. We locked on the target. And now you are hiding. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a fucker while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a fucker while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. Swag's fighting in your suit, hiding Epstein's ghost. You sent your boys to die on the bloody coast. Not a revenge for the leader's blood is purely mine. Every drop of his blood is a missile on the line. You thought you took him out, thought the fire was dead, but another common day is standing ahead. Yeah, you strike one down, we just shatter your brain. We put another in the lid.
Oh, that scared me. All right, I think we're good off of these videos. I don't want to watch these anymore, but I don't know. It's like the craziest development I've ever seen, like ever, is Iran official account is posting that, and then the White House official account is posting Call of Duty like phase adapt trick shot edits. Except the trick shots are targets in Iran. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, actually, what the fuck is going on? I mean, what are we talking about? Like, actually, what the fuck is going on? I've never... Yeah, like, I don't have words for it. And so... I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of people that are saying, I've talked about this before, but there's a lot of people like traders, like pretend traders posting like now's a good time to log off and like touch grass. And I'm like, dude, I kind of think you should spend every waking second monitoring the situation as much as you can take, because the meta is evolving. Like the meta is evolving in front of your face, like right in front of our eyes. The meta is evolving. The way things work, how markets move, how things trade, what's important is, dude, like get your shit right, you know, take care of yourself. But like, man, the world's changing right now. And it doesn't mean having a position, but like you should be watching this unfold and what matters and what's like you got to be. I think honestly, I've been trading for like 7 years. 7 years at this point. Not seriously, but I have. And I feel like the most significant information I've ever watched in my 5-6 years of trading is the oil market get manipulated on fake headlines. Like I've never, like, I didn't really know that was a thing that could happen. Sorry, call me naive. I didn't know that was a thing that could happen where like governments were down to like plant headlines around price levels on commodity charts. Like I didn't really know that was a thing that could happen. Like again, call me naive, but I wasn't aware that could happen. So the game has just changed. Like nothing is taboo. What's allowed and what isn't allowed is there's no more guidelines for it. There's no guidelines for it. Bronco, thanks. First time chatter. Welcome, brother. There's no more guidelines. And so I, as a headline, like narrative, like attention trader, I love it. Because the shit that I'm making money on right now recently, by the way, is strictly mega church. Tau, the oil the first time. It's strictly narrative. That's it. And so the market has become everything. It's become Trump's approval rate. Like the market is the only thing that matters in government at this point. And so they'll do anything possible to make it move what direction they want to make it move. And the way that Iran has posted publicly about the oil price is significant to me too. Like Iran knows too. They're very, I mean, I can imagine in the war room of Iran, if there is one, there's a giant screen with the crude oil price every tick. I would bet money they have Hyperliquid open right now. You think they don't? They have Hyperliquid open right now. Of course they do, because that's the war. If Brent oil is trading at $80 right now, they're fucked, because the U.S. could just do what we're doing for as long as they need, and there's no pressure on Trump. He doesn't have to escalate, de-escalate. Like, his next move is dependent on the price of oil. I guess the bond yields. But Iran knows if they can figure out how to get Brent to 110, 115, 120, yeah, something's going to happen. Escalation, something's going to happen. Like, I would guarantee they have Hyperliquid up, just ticking, 1 second chart. Every move, they're watching it. Every strike, they're watching it. When they were blowing up tankers in the Strait, they're watching it. They keep tweeting about it. Polymarket too, of course. They are absolutely looking at Polymarket. They keep tweeting about it. They're like, they keep tweeting at Trump. You could manipulate the markets all you want, but eventually, you can't print molecules. They tweeted at Trump, you can't print molecules. And so it's the only way to tell how the war is going is what's the price of oil. It's the only way to tell. Everything else is a complete charade. Do you think other choke points and trades will start having focus on that? I don't know. I actually don't know. I didn't even know about this trade until very recently. But it's just a new... How much did you pay for gas this morning? I paid too much for gas this morning. How much you pay? Charade, not charade. Whatever, bro. Fuck you. How much you pay? for gas? $3.50 a gallon. What kind of gas? Regular or like Supreme? Damn, $5.35. Where do you live? How much y'all pay for gas today? $5.35. $5.50 is crazy. Damn. $3.60 in Atlanta. $5.50 feels high, huh? Damn, $3.75 in Florida, $6 in Seattle. Oh, this is significant. For the first time ever, actually, I haven't seen this. LA Station was $8.71 stop. No, it was not. I saw this girl on my IG story, this girl I know from high school, post a picture of gas at the tank and complain about it. First time seeing it, actually. Post a picture of her tank and complain. It's wild. I hadn't seen it with a IG sticker of Trump being like, "What? This is your fault. I did this." It was Trump saying, "I did this," and doing the dance. Crazy. First time I've seen it, and it's just gonna. I mean, it's. I'm watching it get worse in front of my face right now. Pause. It's the first time people can avoid politics. I mean, it's just so interwoven with the market. It's all one now. The market or politics, politics or the market. And this is not looking good. Should we do a Twitter scroll real quick? We have a guest coming on soon, but I kind of want to stay on here for a little bit. What do we have on Twitter right now? I just think it's too early. I just think it's too early right now. Like, I'm seeing Julian Petroulis, and not a call out, by the way. He's way richer than me. But I'm seeing a lot of guys doing the whole, like, all right, time to buy the dip. But you're not buying a mechanical bounce in stocks. You're, like, coin flipping when the war is going to end. Oh, my God. $8.71 a gal for regular gas in LA Chinatown. Wow. This isn't like a this isn't a spot to be a hero. You should watch Patrick Bet-David video on other trades. Send it. Like, people are like, "Oh, I'm buying the dip here," but you're taking a crazy. You're taking a crazy swing, I think, because it's not like a mechanical 200 SMA bounce or like stocks are just down or like there was a Citrini article. It's like, no, it just could get worse. I don't know. I know it's like not a hot take to be bearish now, but I am definitely like, this is a cash and small spots type of moment. I really want to watch this video, by the way. So bad. Look at this video. How good of a video is this? Maybe we could save it for right after the interview.
Sponsored by Saley House. It's also the case we all know there's nothing we can do to improve our own lives, and it's best left to whoever's in the White House. It's also the case that the people.
Bear is getting wrecked with a woman in sharp bear chain. Let's run a TG. Let's run a TG meetup. I'm in Boulder. So yeah, I don't know. I just wow, $8.71 for a gallon of gas. Good thing I don't drive anymore. Good thing I don't fucking drive anymore. Yeah, this is the crazy. This is the scary part. Is it's happening fast. Hard to position. You know, how do you even position for this? I really, is anyone, okay, how is everyone positioned right now? What do you have open right now? What do you have open right now? Tau. Hype, hood, ugh. First time chatter, welcome. Short spy. Are you ready for Memecoin Monday? Cash. SP Hynix. Or no, SP. They said SK Hynix. Is Chris Camillo still coming? You hate me. BTC since the war start. Yeah. You know what's crazy is I got on stream when Bitcoin crashed. Remember this? I talked about this yesterday. I'm talking about it again. I got on stream when Bitcoin crashed, and I said either Bitcoin just died, crypto just died a slow death in a silo, or it's front-running weakness of the stock market. And it was written in the chart. It was written in the fucking charts. Stop that on Forex gold? How'd you get stopped that on gold? Today? Not today. You didn't get stopped that today on gold, did you? Put your weekly chart on the lines of the candlesticks for weekly Bitcoin. Can we watch that choke point video? What's link it? I gotta bring a guest on in a second, but maybe we could do it after. Wait, let me see. Patrick, Bet, David, choke, pause. Gem changer, probably market share is actually cooking right now. We'll talk geopolitics, what people are making money on right now.
I think it's fair to say the war in Iran affecting Strait of Hormuz is impacting everybody around the world financially. But here's the one question that no one's talking about. So this is one choke point that we have in the world, Strait of Hormuz. And people are like, you probably on a day-to-day stuff, you weren't thinking about how much power Iran had to say, I'm not going to let anybody else in. You guys are locked in. We have mines. Everyone learned about Karg Island and how powerful it is and how much control Iran has. Well, wait a minute. I didn't know they were this strong. Well, if that's the case, what are the other choke points in the world that if all of a sudden China's like, you want to put this much pain on me that I'm being cornered with oil prices? Wait a minute, let me tell you what I can do to you and the rest of the world with Taiwan and the 90% of semiconductors that's coming there. If they do that, there's one strait nobody is talking about. It's so important, and China privately doesn't want you to know about this one strait that will impact them in a massive way. $3.5 trillion a year moves through this place. We're going to talk about that place. And an idea that Israel came up with in the 60s amongst each other became public in 1994 that could be a direct competitor to Suez Canal. We're going to talk about all of that stuff today. All right, so contrary to popular belief on X, I've been doing board videos since 2013. I've been doing these for a long time. And if you're watching this in Pat, I love the board video.
I was here first. Comment. Man. I was here first. Comment.
You do. I have a favor to ask you. 51% of you watch our content. You've never subscribed to the channel.
It's just like a rough start, bro. We're gonna have to come back to it. All right, we have a guest coming on right now. I'm gonna bring him on. We're gonna talk about Iran, prediction markets, poly market, all of it, where people are making money, and then I'll watch the Patrick Bet David video at the end if you really want. By the way, Duke and St. John's play today. I have $500 bet on St. John's winning it all to win like 40 bands on poly market. If you care about me, pray for St. John's. I can't stand that guy. He's also always behind. By the way, the one thing I've learned is everybody's behind unless you run a live stream and this is your full-time job. Like, actually, unless this is your full-time job, you're just... Bro, I used to do that, burn through 10K. All right, let's get him on right now. I'm going to get up real quick. I'll be back in a minute. I had 500 in Arkansas to do it, too. They got just fucking... Oh, my God. They got obliterated. All right, I'll be in a minute. Yeah, again, bro. I've been on stream for 90 minutes. 2 breaks? Bro, how do you think I got my skin looking good? I fucking drink water. Fuck, man. How do you think I got my skin looking good? Bro, again. Fuck you. Fuck you, bro. BRB. Crazy that me and Drake is going to spots you couldn't even really like conceptualize. Me and Drake are just going to places that like you don't even really. Me and Drake are going, but y'all know the explaining Drake tweets to my girlfriend thing or no? Explaining Drake lyrics to my girlfriend. I have a new date planned, by the way, and it's explaining threadguy tweets to my third date. Pretty excited for it. She says she's down, so because I sent her a tweet and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "You want me to like explain it?" And this motherfucker, bro. All right, we're gonna finish the video then. We're gonna finish the video. We're gonna finish the video right now. Fuck it. Let's watch the video right now. We're gonna push it back a little bit. Third date, all shit. By the way, it's low-key like a fourth, I think. My friend at NYU showed me your Riot profile. You're not slick, bro. I'm not on there. I'm not on there. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
But you watch it every single week. If you're one of them and you like what we do, you want to help us out, we're at 7 million subs. I'd like to get to 10 million subs. Click on that subscribe button. It helps us out with our algorithms and grows our audience. Thank you for doing that. Just click on that subscribe button right there. Having said that, let's get right into another board video here. So, Strait of Hormuz, okay, Persian Gulf, Gulf of Oman, 21 million barrels a day goes through Strait of Hormuz. We're seeing the pain for everybody. Gas prices this morning. I'm talking to Rob, on the podcast. He says, Pat, gas prices 2 weeks ago, he's paying $2.75. This morning, $3.99. If you're watching this, your gas prices have probably gone up 50 cents to $1.20 per gallon. Whatever part of the country you live in, you're feeling it, right? Now, why is that? 20 to 25% of all seaborne oil trade, 20% of global LNG goes through the Strait of Hormuz, primarily oil from Saudi, UAE, or Iraq, Kuwait,
Tiger Woods
Qatar,
is in jail.
And a big
What's up with Tiger Woods, by the way?
chunk of the oil that China relies on comes from here. So they felt the pain in a massive way. So what does Iran do with Operation Epic Fury that started on February 28th? Iran closed the strait March 2nd. Now, they've done that to 21 different merchant ships. Obviously, we destroyed their navy. We killed 50 of their leaders. Supreme leader, we just killed their chief intelligence officer. So
Did you say 50?
this is not a good situation, but if you go right now to find out if Strait of Hormuz is open or closed, it'll say restricted. Why? We'll get to that here in a minute as well. Keep in mind, a lot of people think Strait of Hormuz, it's 21 miles wide. If it's 21 miles wide, you have to be able to get a bunch of ships that go through at the same time, right? Nope, only two. Only two? Only two. Why? It's not, if you think it's a deep place and you can have 50 ships going through, that's not the case. So economical implications, largest oil supply disruption ever. Brent crude went from 100 to 126, Omani crude 150. I think the record is 145. I don't know if we're gonna hit it or not. Some massive thing needs to happen to hit the record. Oil prices could hit 200 if this continues. Some people say it's a little bit of fear porn, but it's also reality. If all of a sudden Chad Islands hit, and Iran just says, forget about it, and a couple ships are truly hit in a massive way, you can see that every day this thing stays. If it stays closed for 3 weeks, we're dealing with a $200. It's never happened before. Could get to that point. U.S. gas prices up nearly $5 in California. Global oil.
What do you mean $200? It's been closed for more than 3 weeks. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He didn't even, what?
Hit in a massive way. You can see that every day this thing stays. If it stays closed for 3 weeks, we're dealing with a $200. It's never happened before.
Dealing with $200 never happened. He didn't even say what he just said. What the fuck was that? It's been closed for 4 weeks. Tomorrow is 4 weeks. Who requested this whack-ass video, bro?
Hit, and Iran just says, forget about it, and a couple ships are truly hit in a massive way. You can see that every day this thing stays. If it stays closed for 3 weeks, we're dealing with a $200. It's never happened before. Could get to that point. U.S. gas prices up nearly $5 in California. Global oil crisis losing 8 million barrels a day. That's that part. Now, in the logistical problem side, limited.
I feel like you should lose credibility if you go on a video and say some shit like this.
Mobility, we talked about that. U.S. military resources, 7 to 8 destroyers for just 3 to 4 tankers. China, India, non-Western countries still allowed in the area. So Iran said, look, if you're China, you're India, your partner, go through. If you're friends with the Western side, you cannot come through this year. There's a price for it. And if you notice, NATO storm, here from UK, and I don't know if we're with them, President Trump comes.
Dude, we gotta figure out how to get views on fucking YouTube videos. Does anyone hear nasty YouTube videos? It says fucking 500,000 views. We've covered this like weeks ago. Can somebody fucking figure out how to get me 10K views on a YouTube video, please? It's driving me fucking nuts. This has 500,000 views.
That I need you guys to be on ours. Oh, we can. We want to kind of have a place because we got to get them. So
fuck,
it's an interesting
man. Fuck.
thing that's going on right now. Who's going to be siding with them? Who's not? And this leads to the secondary consequences, which is port congestion, longer shipping times, delays on sulfur and aluminum, crops, semiconductors, worldwide inflation, shipping, insurance costs. Anyways, there's a bunch of things that can happen here, but that's one of the world's choke points. No one's talking.
Give me a fucking whiteboard, man. I'll just stand with a fucking whiteboard and write garbage on it, and we'll just fucking. Let me finish the video. Sorry. Patrick Badavy should come on stream.
Let's talk about the other places. Here's where
everyone's got these like interactive whiteboards too. What's up with this?
The main global choke points are. When you look at this, you see obviously Panama Canal, the Suez Canal, you'll see the Turkish Strait, you'll see all these other places, but I'm going to emphasize a couple of these here. Number one, Suez Canal. 12% of global trade goes through there, 30% of container traffic, $4.2 to $5.7 billion in transit fees for Egypt. So that means in this area, who has a lot of control? Egypt. This is why Egypt's also got its own power.
Look,
they influence what happens in the Suez Canal. So everybody's like, look, Egypt, just kind of be good. And Egypt's like, look, you guys are giving us a lot of money. It's good revenue. Let's just kind of, freedom, peace, and prosperity. Let's do that together, right? Egypt. So that's that part. So risk, Houthis, blockages. This has happened before. Houthis sees this and said, hey, we're going to get them all scared the crap out of everybody. We've seen that happen before. The other block, the other choke point.
Like I made a Twitch account only for your show. How are you liking it, man?
One is the Panama Canal. 13,404 transits, $5.7 billion in 2025. Risk, drought. When there is a drought, there's water that they need coming in from lake. Like there was an issue a couple of years ago with rain, El Nino. Didn't really happen. It was massively problematic. They couldn't get as many ships to be going out as they did before. The number, I think, got all the way down to 22 to 24.
Just say
They'll
it,
generally
man. What's
do a
the
number
other
that's
canal
higher.
name?
I think the number is 36, give or take. So that was a problem. So this right here, Panama Canal, the fact that Panama Supreme Court came and took it back from China, C.K. Hutchinson said you don't have that much control over it, specifically the two areas. That's
whole
massive.
video is just a deep research problem. Just say it, man. Fuck.
CK's going to come back and ask for money. China's probably not happy about that. This was one of the choke points I was very concerned about. If China could have a lot of control over, this is a good thing. Now watch the next one, Taiwan. Here's a concern with Taiwan. At any given time, this is a picture from May 26th of 2024. This is Taiwan. This is mainland China. Blue ships, that's Taiwan. That's US. Japan, US, Taiwan, all the blue. Everything you see with red is China. They all need to protect this place. China says this is ours. Now, if China decides to go scorched or...
Are we just like good at geopolitics, or have I completely lost it? Like, are we actually just like not bad at this, or have I completely lost my mind?
And say, you know what? Here's what we're gonna go after Taiwan, and we're gonna do all this stuff to hurt you guys with the ships. There's one area no one's talking about: the Strait of Malacca. And here's why this is important.
Finally, it took 7 minutes and 16 seconds to get there.
94,000 ships annually goes through here. You don't hear a lot of talks about Strait of Malacca. 25% of all goods, we're talking about $300 billion of trade value, that's moving through this place that we don't talk about a lot. But this is a massive risk for China. Why? That's 80% of oil imports. So let's take a look at this. When you look at this map, okay, this is China mainland. This is the Strait of Malacca. Okay, you may say, what's the big deal? For them to go through, they have to go through here. This is Indonesia. By the way, it's interesting because Indonesia, you see how big it is and how much of the size they have. It's, I think, like 650 to 700 kilometers. Even though it's that much, they're only making $3 billion a year off the Strait of Malacca. They don't charge any tax, nothing like that. Malaysia, right on this side, they have 650 kilometers that comes through right there. They make $7 billion a year.
Brutal on this.
See Singapore? How small it is? That's smaller to...
Top comment, bro. What in the Timu Jang? You're no prof, Jang. Oh my god. Top comment is, what in the Timu Jang is this?
Place. It's only 24 kilometers. They make the most money, $15 billion every year from the Strait of Malacca. Why? Services, people stop by, get their things scored away. There's so many different great experiences and services there. So they make that money for themselves. But the point here is the fact that if anything happens here, like the Strait of Hormuz, they put a stop to that, China's going to feel it. Now, of course, they have alternatives.
This is like just like a bad video. Who? I don't want to be mean to the guy who recommended it, but it's just a bad. It's just objectively a bad video. Like, I don't know. It's good videos and bad videos. Never has there ever been a better top signal for the golden age of internet than removal YouTube likes. I agree. I feel like we've seen this stuff already. Yeah, we have seen this stuff already because we've just like covered it pretty well. I don't even really know who he is, to be completely honest. Just tuning in, how's stream been? I mean, Spy's down like 9%, and this looks like this. So good, actually. Yeah, good. Oh man. TG like 2 weeks ahead of the big boys. You know, I don't think we're like ahead. We're just like really terminally online. Although it was me, bear with me. I know nothing about oil and that stuff. No, don't be sorry, bro. Don't be sorry, man. Why would you be sorry? What do you have, Malcolm?
I'm not 20 anymore, I'm 47. I do articulation training for 9 minutes a day. Now my thoughts come out clean.
We could do, I'm waiting like 3 minutes, Gem Changer's coming on. We could do, I have this other video I want to watch, but I'm gonna have to pause it like really soon. The stream saves me a lot of research. I watch every day now. Congrats, bro. Hey, is anyone here lurk and low-key watches every day, but like doesn't want to like admit it? It's fine.
When central banks...
There is a video I want to watch, actually. We could start it. I watch every day. You guys are goated. I long Brent today. I have 18%. Bro, you have too much fucking leverage on. You got too much leverage on, bro. Everyone's in here like, oh, threadguy, I'm long Brent. I'm up 50% since 5 minutes ago. I'm like, dog. Let's watch the first 5 minutes of this. It's my new favorite stream. Where'd you come from? 5 minutes, and then we'll bring our guest on, then we'll finish it. All right, he's in. Actually, he's in. Fine. I want to watch this really bad, though.
Well, we all know there's nothing we can do to improve our...
Bro, how are you up 52%? YP, thanks for the gifted. How are you up 52%? From what entry? Where did you enter to be up 52%? But if you're trading 10x, you're just asking to lose. I don't even know. Thanks for the gifted YP. 20x? Dude, what is wrong with you, bro? Why are you doing this? Do you hate yourself? I tweeted this in, I put this in the pit. I said, what did I say? I said, leverage trading oil means you hate yourself. Then I said, why do you hate yourself? Shout out P4 for the one time. Honestly, I agree. I'll play a video and then we'll do our interview right now. Hold on. Shout out P4 for the one time. I got a new one.
Hey yo, pee pee poo poo check. Pee pee poo poo woo woo.
Shout out P4 for the one time, man.
Wine connoisseur. Poo poo. In 1,200 stores is poo poo. Poo poo. Pee pee poo poo.
That's awesome. That's great. That's good shit. That's just good shit. Took a while to get there, but that's just good shit. That's the founder of Rockwell Inc. I don't even know what that means. Wait, one more. All right, last one, then I'm done.
Hey yo, pee pee poo poo check. Pee pee poo poo.
All right. I got a guest coming on right now. One of the best poly market traders in the world, and probably the best at understanding other people making money on poly market in the world. Gem Changer. I'm excited. Let's fucking get it. And then at the end, we can watch our. Wait, let me play the OG real quick, just to like. To all the billionaires and the VCs watching this stream, I hope you are enjoying. If it's your first time, congratulations. And Luke, send him in, buddy. Send them in, buddy. Send them in. It's a Friday. I've had a long week. You guys had a long week. I had a good week, a long week. St. John's Duke very soon. No one does. I don't really like to hang out with people when I like watch basketball because whenever I watch basketball with somebody, it's always like they want to talk and I want to watch basketball. It puts us in a weird predicament every single time. Every single time I want to watch, you want to talk, and it's like St. John's, Rick Pitino, John Shire. Like, all right, Luke, tell me when you're ready. We'll watch this World Power video after too. I think I got all my clip farms out though. Yeah, I actually clip farmed pretty well today, to be completely honest with you. I think it's gonna be a unique weekend. I can't lie. This motherfucker. Okay, well, wait. We'll just watch this, I guess. Ugh. My girls brackets is top 8K out of 30 more brackets. ESPN. What do you win? What? Damn, we're flexing top 8K now. Top 1%, top 4 percentile. We flexing that? It's like, nah. I hope she wins. We're flexing top 4 percentile. All right, Gem Changer coming out right now. Let's get it. Get Mando as next guest. You mean the Bitcoin maxi? All right, let's get it. Who the fuck cut this? Yo, yo.
Yo, what's up?
Wow, Mr. Gem Changer, we meet again. How are you, bro?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good, man. A lot's happened since you last came on.
Last time I was like 4K subscribers, I guess. But now time changed.
I blew you up?
Nah, not up, but I'm on my road.
You're on your road? Is that like a goal? Or you're just like going along with the ride?
Yeah, to be honest, it's my goal. I wanna to be honest, I want some Bruce Wayne shit. I want to have like 100K subscribers and then came to you once again and we will talk like as some players that's playing the same field.
Like you'll bring some people to the stream next time, not just me, kind of thing?
Nah. I respect you a lot, but I want to level up a bit.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, welcome back. We could get right into it. A lot's happened since you last came on. I mean, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I basically spent, you came on and you were talking about how you spent all this, we basically spent our last, 4 weeks watching Trump interviews and talking about the Iran conflict.
Yeah.
Where are you at with that right now? Are you trading?
So basically, I'm kind of out of Polymarket right now. I'm building my own software, like the Polymarket terminal called Cold Vision. And yeah, sure, I'm trading, but mostly on Hyperliquid. I haven't touched Polymarket in a while. I guess I traded the brand when the whole thing started, and I guess I traded Dubai real estate. I shorted it. That's it.
No. You traded Dubai real estate. Please walk me through the Dubai real estate trade.
Shorted it. I already fixed.
Explain the trade to me.
When the war started, it was literally obvious that there is a fund, index mostly. It's called Dubai Real Estate Index. Also, they have the construction index. That means when the conflict started, I just shorted it because the whole thing about the buildings in Dubai is the price are based mostly on the safe and on the wellness of the region. But now when the region is collapsed, the prices of the real estate just dropped fatally. The flats which costed for few, at least 300,000 now cost 2x lower. And this index is mostly the index of the all companies that build or have the property in Dubai.
How do you even trade that? How are you trading that? I wanted to trade that. Why can't I trade that?
So basically, I just ask my broker. I don't really know how to trade it. I guess ICE offered that, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
I just ask my broker.
Well, how did you do on it? How much did it move?
I guess it moved like 30%, but I have a great like leverage. Yeah.
It moved
It moved
30%.
every time it's open, every time the market will open, it just will drop like 10%. It was like a streak of 3 or 4 days that the real estate index dropped like 7% each day. And
Whoa.
with the great leverage is great profit.
Whoa. That's a crazy move. Nice trade. Have you traded real estate before?
Yeah, basically I was like real estate agent back there. Yeah, and I understand a little bit. And then mostly why I traded oil. I'm not some expert, but my major like was in the oil and gas field. That's why I just
What does that mean?
know a little bit. I have a major with the finance in oil and gas industry.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick. How did you do on the Brent trade?
Not really good. I secured a good profit on the like first run when it's hit like 110, 120.
Yeah.
But then I was kind of greedy. I wanted more. I sold my position on like 90, and then I reopened. Like it was like madness. I reopened, I closed, I reopened, I closed. The main thing is that you can be sure when Strait of Hormuz is like closed or open. You can't really be sure there.
That's
That's why
always.
it was a good trade profit wise, but I failed all my trading rules there.
What rule did you fail?
I mean, I broke my old trading rules I have there. I just make a lot of stupid moves.
Huh. Look at this. Do you have one of these? Can you see my camera?
Yeah. Nah, I don't have it.
It's American.
I have a huge bottle of like we have in Russia like vodka that's called oil.
Oh, like it's called
I
like
can
the brand
I
is
can
oil.
send you. Yeah, I can send you that shit.
Really?
It's like vodka. Yeah, it's like vodka, a huge bottle of vodka like beluga, but it's oil. Like Google it.
Okay, look it up. Okay, you haven't been trading Polymarket very much, but I'm sure I know you're following. Who has been trading war Iran conflict the best? And like the people that are trading it well, what are they doing?
So basically, I guess Car made a lot, Map made a lot.
Dude, Map is good. I like Map.
Yeah. He is pretty known in the space. He is OG in the Polyfarm. I always watch his moves, and it's pretty brilliant. He understands this region pretty well. There are a lot of like small players. I think the Golem. I don't know. He have like 100k PNL, but he deserves a mention. And there are a lot of like 100, 200k PNL that deserve the mention, but they traded very well. But the goats are Car and Map. They made a biggest amount of money, except of like we are not taking the insiders, like possible insiders, blah blah blah.
Map is really good. What is Car making most of his money doing? Like, what is his style? How is he so? He is actually impressive. A really impressive account.
Yeah, basically he has a great trade right now. He turned like 500 bucks into 30k right now. Like yesterday on he turned like 1 cent to the resolution. He just catch the rule inefficiency. You can check out on his Twitter page.
530k.
Yeah, it's like yesterday, I guess, or today. I
On
don't
what
really
market?
like
Wait, I'm gonna pull his Twitter right now.
stalk him on some strike, like Israel or on some strike. It was unconfirmed, but it confirmed, like this type of stuff.
500 to 33,000. One of my craziest wins ever on Polymarket, 10,000%. I bought 50k yes shares at 1% after discovering something others did not spot. On Israel take military action in Lebanon on date. Whoa, that's an insane. 530k is nasty.
Yeah, he have basically like 2 or 3 or 5 even trades like that. But it was like a few months ago. I don't really like watch him, but he quite a big to not like see that results. Yeah, he's impressive, obviously.
That is nasty. What is this thing you posted about 700,000 in profit every month? That's a bot. Just algorithm, 100K weekly. What is going on with these algo bots on Polymarket?
So basically, this market changed a lot because Polymarket bring the fees. They firstly bring like dynamic fees, then they bring like the static fees. Like a few days ago when the ref program changed, and basically there are a lot of not a lot of like few teams. I guess those are teams, not like a single quants or programmers that cook a lot, like 1 mil a month. And if we're talking about the quantity of these people, there are few of them, like maybe 5 or 10 people. The rest bots, like Gaba Goal, that was the most popular one, the Jane Street India one, they are dead. Or maybe they are like trading from the new accounts. You can't really know about that. Motion is happening for sure. Like there is always money to be earned, but there are a much more lower amount of people than back then.
Huh. What are you running? What are you running?
What do you mean?
Like as far as bots, algorithmic trading goes?
Since then I don't touch that. That field is insanely competitive. I don't even try, to be honest, but now I don't even want to be thinking about that. I'm building my like terminal and that's it, like ecosystem product, but it's not some algorithmic thing. Not that.
Okay, cool. What do you think about some of the biggest Iran markets, like boots on the ground? How are people positioned on that? And do you think that's going to happen?
Really understand how the things is happening like locally, but I'm really impressed how this whole region thing happened. Uh so basically I watch a lot of your streams, but do you like do you know what happened in Russia like a few days ago, that a huge refineries got hit? Do you know that?
The oil refinery, like 40% of Russia's
Yeah,
oil is offline, right?
yeah. So the most important thing, that Ukraine started hitting Russian refineries back in like 2023 or 2024. It's not like from instant, like from 2022. At first, it was like okay, annoying but fixable. Like they fixed fast their refineries, but then here, like they hit a refinery here, bought it there, nothing systemic. But in early like 2026, like a few days back, they completely changed the approach how they hitting that. They started going like after everything at once, not just refineries, but like the ports where tankers load up, the pipelines, pumping stations, the storage facilities, even tankers at sea, like that are moving, like actual ships in the water. And like in March, in that month, they hit Novorossiysk, that's one of the main Black Sea export hubs, like handling a 100K barrels a day, knocked out like all the equipment in one. Then they hit a Primorsk, which is the biggest Baltic terminal. They produced, if I'm not missing something, over 1 million barrels a day.
Whoa, that's a big
And
number.
then they hit Ust-Luga 3 nights in a row. 30 like something storage tanks. Like imagine like 30, like 35, I guess, storage tanks. Even even people in Finland could see the glow across the water.
Holy
Like
fuck.
yeah. And then the big one, the Kirishny refinery, I guess it like called like that. The main thing that it's like one of the 3 largest in the country. It's happened like yesterday, I guess. Like 7% of all Russian refining capacity in one facility.
Whoa.
Same day, a naval drone hit a tanker near Istanbul carrying Russian crude.
And this has all happened in the last 4 days, 5 days.
It the naval drone is like yesterday or 2 days back. It's like happening right now. And so, if we're like aggregating the picture by late March, it's like 40% or some experts say like 50% of Russia oil export capacity is like offline. Like if you imagine how big it is, mostly it's insane. And the main thing here, that repair situation make it worse. You can't repair it. Those refineries use Western-made equipment. Yeah, sure, they made like some Russian solutions, but a lot of things that run like on Siemens, on like Honeywell, if you know that, and under sanctions, you can't order a replacement. You just can't build it at once. So if they gone, they gone. So even if we're talking about that, worth noting though that isn't really like a Russia is weak or something. It's a drone warfare story. Any country energy infrastructure will be like fucked under this kind of sustained campaign.
Jeez, are you long oil on this?
Nah, I'm not trading. I have some conviction, but I'm not public about it. I'm talking with some people about it. It's mostly the buying options on oil, because I worked in that field, but not something like speculation on the market. It's not like short or long. It's mostly the buying crude or selling, if that's possible.
Wow. How like we haven't really been following Russia Ukraine that much. How big of an escalation is this for oil in tandem with what's happening in Iran?
It's fucking insane. The people don't even understand how big it is. So basically, in Russia, the all refineries are kind of linked in. You just if you break one, the second
They
don't
all
can't work
just
properly. Yeah, it's like if you are hitting like the one that are refining like 7% or 10%, you are hitting mostly like 15% because the one more refinery that depends on that which got hit, it's honestly also working not fine. And the experts say like 40-50%, but in honest reality it's mostly like 60% or even 70%. I don't really know. And Russia right now is the one and only possible supplier to the Europe. The energy crisis that are coming right now, I guess it's we should buy a horse. If somebody have a car, I don't know really, because I can't really see how it can be repaired. Sure, Hormuz can be opened, but how you will repair like 70% of producing powers in Russia? You can't do it in one day.
So
And yeah, sure.
you think that we are in an energy crisis that can't be reversed, basically?
It can be reversed, but price won't drop like to how it was. I
Like is
don't see how it possible. I don't even see how it became. Look, so basically the price went down because Russia have a like price how it called, like they have price limit. When Brent was trading, so in Russia we have Urals. It's it's by the features. It's not better by the Brent, but it's pretty good oil. So basically, it was trading on Brent with a little discount. Like if Brent is costing like $70, Urals will trade like $60. But when the like special military operation happened, the Europe hit a limit on every sold brand like barrel on Russian oil, and the oil prices dropped really well because Russia sold a lot and they sold with the discount. But now you can't even like drop the market because Russia can't sell so many oil at so cheap prices. So if even the Hormuz will be, but I don't really think that Hormuz will be opened. I don't really see it. I really see that Trump will escalate that.
What about this headline that Russia's banning oil exports starting April 1?
Yeah, true. So basically, they will not. They will export, I guess, to only the friendly country like China, like India, blah blah blah, that's right. So they also won't export gas. That's also very important to Europe mostly. So a lot of people don't know that Europe economic rise was literally supplied by Russian cheap oil and Russian cheap gas.
Is Brent just going to $200? Like what?
I don't really know, but I'm bullish on some energy crisis. Not on bullish. I'm
Yeah, no,
like
I know.
I
I
think
know.
that it's I don't think that can be reversed or something. I don't really think that even if Trump said that it's over, like we have a deal, that Hormuz will work as it was. I don't really like think that is possible.
I kind of agree with you on this, by the way. It feels like Iran has this newfound power that they maybe didn't fully realize they had, and they've now exercised it, and it feels unlikely that things go back to exactly normal the way they were before.
So it's like it's like the N word, like nuclear word. If for Iran, it's like H word, Hormuz state. They will always spam that. If they feel that Iran
Yes.
is in threat, they will spam that. We will close. We will close. We will close. And if you think deeper, they don't even need some insane resources to close it. They just need a ballistic missiles, which the main thing that the ships is not going through the Hormuz because I don't know really how it called in English. Like uh, when you like transfer oil, you pay for it so it will be like secure.
Toll? Yeah, like a
Like
toll.
companies,
Yeah, like
they
insurance,
secure
insurance,
the
insurance,
oil.
insurance.
Sure, insurance. Yeah. So the main thing why they are not going through, because nobody want to take the insurance. Nobody want to offer the insurance, because if Iran like hit the ballistic missile in that ship, which is like secured, the company will go bankrupt. As also um the regional ecology crisis will be insanely big also, and that's why they are not going through Hormuz. Not because like there are some people that are no, you can't go through it. They just don't want to lose a lot of money and go bankrupt. Mostly the insurance company. And when you have Iran, which is like the supreme leader is killed, and the supreme like the mm, the people who lead the country right now is pissed off, and they wanted to like win the USA. And if the Trump even make a deal, you really think that those Iran people who are pissed off as fuck, they will say like, okay, we will not even spam that button? I think that's irreversible. They already killed Khamenei. That's it. They will not even. They won't even forget about that. I are talking about the like the people who is running country right now.
Damn. How so what do you think happens with Trump Iran? Do you think they go for full escalation, or does he just taco supreme?
Yeah, to
We're
be
out.
honest, I really think that
I
will
kind of do
be
too.
Earth operation. I think really that's like second Iraq.
Ugh,
But
really?
the main thing that Iraq is like 10x more weak than Iran right now. Iran is like
You think
superpower.
Iraq was 10x weaker then than Iran is right
For
now?
sure, for sure, for sure. If you research that, Iraq back then, it was like insanely weak country. They already was in war with Iran like for 7 years. If you like think deeper, USA came well after the Iran-Iraq war. They already was like weak as fuck. But right now, Iran is insanely powerful. Insanely, they have like 80 million people, 90 million people. They are superpower. And if the Trump like starting not like military operation that will occur for a few days, but a full-scale war, I think that you should pack some boots and know how to like shoot AK. It's inevitable.
You saying I'm about to get
It's
drafted?
like insane war. No, I think yeah, because Iran is superpower.
You think I'm gonna get drafted?
Not you, like, but I don't really know how the draft thing working in USA.
Dude, you said told me to
It will be second Ukraine.
How many people?
You really think that if Trump make the starting the Earth operation, it will like occur in few days? You have a country. You have a country that have all the infrastructure under the earth. You have the insane infrastructure. They prepared for this war for the decades. And you really think that it will happen in a few days? It's impossible.
So why don't you have
Iranians will fight back.
Why don't you have any positions open?
I don't really want to talk about that. I just have a lot of conviction, but I don't really settle down. I want to open my position when everything will happen, because I'm not sure. I'm not like Messiah. I don't know.
Yeah. My bad. I was just, you just like got me a little scared. So I'm like, fuck. Like, so how do you trade this? Like, not you literally, but like people, if you have stocks, crypto, like, just like, what do you just wait? Like, it feels like the stock market is finally starting to react. Like, oh shit, this is real. We're not getting out of this right now for the first couple days.
So the basic info, like, we are in crypto right now, and let's talk about crypto. So meets crypto meets geopolitics, right? And I promise you, almost nobody get the full picture. Like, if we already talked about Iran. They can't export oil normally. They can't use SWIFT. They can't touch dollars. So they got like massive research just sitting there. Even the war started, Iran have insane reserves. But what they figured out, they use trapped oils. I'm talking about Iran. They use trapped oil and gas to generate electricity dirt cheap, like a few cents per like kilowatt hour, some of the cheapest in the world. That electricity powers industrial scale Bitcoin mining. You heard of it?
No.
So the miners sell their BTK Bitcoin to the central bank. The central bank use it to buy imports.
Okay.
They turn hydrocarbon, like oil overall, directly into cryptocurrency. So basically, there are an index where one country to like it costs for them like 10,000 to produce Bitcoin, and for US it's like, I think the ratio is 1-to-1. I think to produce in Bitcoin in USA it's like 70 or 60k, if I'm not mistaken. But the economics are almost comical in Iran. Their cost to mine one Bitcoin something like $1,000. So they can mine Bitcoin at rate $1,000 per Bitcoin and like nuke the market. And they did it, and they do it.
Huh.
It's like 100 like 70 x's. Yeah.
Where can I read about this?
I guess you could just open the rate of the mining in Bitcoin in different countries, and you will see it.
Okay.
There are maps. There are like maps where like for Russia to generate Bitcoin, it's like 10k. For USA, it's mostly ratio 1-to-1. China is also cheap. Iran is also cheap. Like the oil empires is also cheap. But for the like US, that's mostly imports and exports. It's pretty. So basically, Iran just can instantly nuke all the crypto stocks, Bitcoin mostly, because they mine it for like dirt cheap.
Yeah, I have heard Mando talk about this actually. They mine it very cheap.
So you can freeze accounts, you can cut SWIFT, but you can't freeze like Joe's. I don't figure out how to turn energy into money. No government can stop it.
Damn.
And if you research more, Iran controls something like 5% of the global Bitcoin hash rate.
I didn't know. I thought it was closer to 10 at one point.
They are like 5th in the world.
That is true. Actually, it's crazy.
And their military controls over the half of the crypto flows.
Really?
About 10 million. Yeah, the IRGC. That's called.
Yeah.
About 10 million Iranians hold crypto, and the around half of the crypto flows the IRGC holds. They're mostly like when you fight, when like not you, US fight with Iran at the cost of 50k per Bitcoin. Iran fighting for the 1k per Bitcoin.
Damn. Okay, before you go, give me an optimistic scenario for this ending soon and smoothly and without market destruction.
To be honest, I really think that wealth transfer is already started. You can't just go back. You can't reverse Ukraine-Russia thing. You can't reverse Iran-US thing. The world is changing. You just need to prepare for the massive changes. The AI will lay off half of the world population. We have another scenario of the wealth transfer. You need to like hustle money. You need to hustle and save them in different. Stocks or like different types of money, and that's it. You just need to prepare for the wealth transfer. It's already started. It can't go back into like 90s where like Tupac is playing music and like LeBron is throwing threes. Nah, already wealth transfer is here. You can't reverse it.
That was the optimistic take.
Yeah, that was optimistic. Because I'm a realist. I don't want to like say the stupid things that will never happen. Yeah, I can say that every U.S. military soldier will bring flowers to Iran. That everything will stop in 24 hours. Trump is a leader of the world, and everyone is happy.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that sounds good, but unfortunately.
Gem Changer, it's always a pleasure, man. Is there anything else? Anything else you want to say?
Not really. Thanks for inviting me.
I was actually, you actually gave us. I gotta go learn about this this Russia oil refinery stuff more because I've been kind of ignoring it. But that was yeah, that was actually really good information. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you coming on.
See ya. Thanks.
All right,
See ya,
brother.
see
Have
ya.
a good one. Peace. Well, that was fucking Buzz Killington, huh? We gotta learn about the Russia-Ukraine stuff a little bit more because I didn't realize how Tupac rap music and LeBron throwing threes is really funny. Pack your boots. Tough for the fries. Okay, now we get to watch Trump.
More so than NATO. Now, they're a little closer to the action than NATO in all fairness, but very disappointed with NATO. But I wasn't disappointed with our allies in the Middle East and others. And others. We had tremendous support from countries that were not in the general area, but they were tremendously
We're gonna be okay, guys.
supportive. I think
we're gonna be okay.
Turkey was fantastic.
We're gonna navigate it well.
Actually fantastic, and they stayed out of things that we asked them to. And
the refinery shit is
he's
real.
a great
40%
leader.
of Russian oil
He's
is
a great
offline.
leader.
It's a lot.
And Indonesia was great. So many. We had so many great. You know, you learn who your friends are. Really do. You learn who your friends are. And
oh, it sounds like a high
but
schooler.
Indonesia, Turkey, and so many other countries. But the five were great. But your dear friend and my dear friend he was all man. He stood up and he wasn't scared. Maybe he was. I don't know. Maybe he was, but he didn't show it. He was great, a great leader. You can be Saudi Arabia can be very proud of because he's got a lot of titles. He's the crown prince. He's the prime minister. He's the future king. He's got about 7 other titles. I said, you have more titles than any human being on earth. He's everything. And he deserves to be because he's a winner. So I just want to thank those people. So the Middle East will be transformed, and the future of that region is I don't think it's ever looked brighter. You couldn't have, we did the Abraham Accords. I hope you're going to be getting into the Abraham Accords finally. Yeah, so will you please go back and explain? It's time now. Mohammed said, oh, yes, as soon as we do this, as soon as we do that. I said, Mohammed, we did that. Oh, yes, but we have a couple of other things. It's now time. We've now taken them out, and they are out bigly. We got to get into the Abraham Accords. And we hope all of the countries are going to be in the Abraham Accords. We have some very brave countries that did it, years ago. They went in, and you know who they are, the early four, and they did a great thing in doing it, and it was great for them also economically.
Is he tweaking right now, or am I tweaking?
They did it, but I think all the Middle Eastern countries are going to be joining now. And in some cases, I would say all the Middle Eastern countries and beyond. You have people not in the Middle East that want to be members. You'll be seeing that soon. In the meantime, the conflict in Iran also makes it absolutely vital for the radical left Democrats in Congress to immediately end their dangerous shutdown of our Department of Homeland Security. You know, they want to play games. That's all they are. These people are lunatics. They sort of remind me actually a little bit of Iran. They're deranged. They're deranged Democrats.
Oh my God.
For 42 days, they've tried to completely eliminate funding for the #1 duty of government, which is keeping America safe. And they want no ICE. They want no border patrol.
Oh my God.
They want no protection of any kind to be given, reopening our borders and stopping all immigration enforcement in our country. They want to have our borders be open again. We took in 25 million people. We've gotten a lot of them out. Tremendous numbers of people that should never have been here. Over 4 long years before my election, these same radical, lunatic Democrats let 25 million people pour across our borders like they were nothing, like they were non-existent. These people were totally unvetted, unchecked, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, vicious criminals, even the criminally insane. In 2024, the American people voted in a landslide to stop the invasion of our country.
Dude.
And I won all 7 swing states by millions and millions.
This is like the dude talking about Memecoin still. It's like, bro. I mean, it was 2 years ago, man.
Millions and votes, just millions. This was a big election. I loved every minute of it. And for the first time, no Republicans done anything like this in decades. But for the first time, we won the counties of America. That's a big one. 2,700 to 525. 2,700 to 525. 87% of the vote.
How is he talking about the election?
We won 87% of the counties. In other words, it was a mandate like our country has not seen in many decades. It was a mandate for an ideology, which is an ideology basically of common sense. We want strong borders. We want a powerful military.
How is he still talking about the election?
Education.
Actually,
we
how?
Want to have homes for people and low interest rates and no inflation. And right now, my polls are better than they've ever been before. You know, I heard the other day, I think that he's losing the MAGA base. I said, really? Because of the war. See, I get into a war. Of course, they call it a war. I call it a military conflict. But there's a legal reason for that. But you get into a war or a military operation or conflict.
Can't say war.
And then they say, my base. I said, no. MAGA's stronger than ever because MAGA's make America great again. But my MAGA people, which is the greatest phrase in the history of politics, it's the most important movement by far, probably in the history of the world. I mean, you know, there's never been anything like this. And in fact, just a few days ago, you have to understand, the fake news right back, oh, that's a lot of fake news. Yeah, so you brought a lot of fake news with you. They must know you're going to make a speech at some point because look at the, but what happened
Oh my
is
God, the most important movement in the
fake news
history of
are
the
saying,
world.
He may, they hope, you know, it's like, oh, we got to get rid of this guy. They say, he may be losing his MAGA base. And that would be maybe
Yeah, this is
the
live.
end of him. And then I happen to be watching CNN, which is terrible. They treat me terribly. In fact, just a few days ago, CNN had a poll that had me at 100% of MAGA voters. They said they've never seen anything like that. Can you put that up? I actually said if you could put it up. Do you have the technology to put it up? Go ahead, give it a shot.
You know, sometimes you look at the polling data and there are numbers that just jump off the screen at you, and this is one of those. Because just take a look here. MAGA GOP view of Trump. Approved 100%. 100%. If you are a member of MAGA in the GOP, you approve of Donald John Trump. 0% say that they disapprove. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know you can't go higher than 100%. He is the 1972 Miami Dolphins.
Caught it right there.
Good technology, thank you. I figured you'd have good tech. I said, I wonder if they could put that poll up. We just did it 2 minutes ago. No, but I was watching this and I'm hearing them saying, could he be losing the MAGA base? I don't think so. You know why? Because MAGA wants to win, number one. Number two, they want our country protected. They don't want another country out there that's hostile and crazy to have a nuclear weapon. And number three, they like us protecting certain
He's doing better than
allies,
Kim Jong-un.
whether it's
Kim
Israel,
Jong-un won the last
Saudi
election with
Arabia,
99.3%
or Qatar or UAE, any
of the
them.
votes.
They want
99.3%
that.
for Kim Jong-un.
MAGA wants strength, and they want victory. They want success, and that's what we have. And we have been very, very successful. You know, when I went into Venezuela, I said, because I campaigned on the fact peace through strength, you wouldn't have to use. I built this great military. I said, you'll never have to use it, but sometimes you have to use it. And Cuba's next, by the way, but pretend I didn't say that, please. Pretend I didn't say that. Please, 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 media, please disregard that statement. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, dude, what's happening?
Cuba's next. So despite the radical left Democrat shutdown, we will continue to defend the sovereign borders of the United States of America.
What is happening?
Your ally. You didn't know they were that tough, did you? You didn't know. They were pretty tough, Iran. Not tough anymore. Now we'll continue to deport dangerous criminal aliens from our country.
Dude, I feel like I'm losing it.
Days ago, an 18-year-old girl in Chicago named Sheridan Gorman was gunned down by a savage criminal alien led in by Sleepy Joe Biden and released in a Democrat sanctuary city. He was an animal. The same month, an 83-year-old veteran, highly regarded person, was shoved onto the subway tracks and murdered by an illegal alien with a long
Sleepy
criminal
Joe,
history in New
dude.
York
Sleepy
City.
Joe. Oh my
These are
God.
vicious criminal thugs,
Sleepy Joe.
disgusting human beings that Democrats have
Sleepy
defunded
Joe.
our airports to protect. They want our airports to be defunded
Sleepy
so that these
Joe.
people can come into our country. Not going to happen.
Talk about oil.
We're not going to have it. That's why this week I deployed ICE to our airports to help reduce the delays. People there are doing a great job, but they didn't want to pay them. The Democrats didn't want to pay them. And a short time ago, I also ordered emergency funding to resume paying the TSA agents immediately. They're getting paid. Democrats must stop their dangerous and destructive shutdown and reopen the Department of Homeland Security without delay. And it's time that they start thinking properly. That's why they lost in such a landslide and put America first. It's time that they start thinking about America first. And we're honored to be joined tonight by many distinguished guests from around the world, including FII Institute Chairman Yasser Al-Romayan. Where are you, Yasser? Come here, stand up. Yes, yes, please. What a nice name. What a nice name. And his son, Faisal. And by the way, I've known him really well, but you know, I've never heard his last name. So I'm saying, who the hell is Yasser? I know Yasser. I said, who the hell is that guy? But I know him by Yasser, right? I didn't know if it was your first name or your last name. All I know is he's got a lot of power. All I know is he's got a lot of cash. And he's another great leader, actually, and he's a good friend of mine. So nice to be with you, and nice to be with your son. Son's beautiful. Saudi Minister of Finance, Mohammed Al-Jadaan. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
He doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Good job. I mean, if you want to be a Minister of Finance, Saudi Arabia is a good place to do it, right? You don't have any dearth. There's no dearth of funds. Most places, they say, where are we going to get the money? How about a tax increase? Minister of State, Mohammed Al-Sheikh. Mohammed. Thank you very much. Great honor. Chairman of the Saudi Esports Federation, His Royal Highness Prince Faisal. And of course, please. Thank you. And of course, the kingdom's wonderful ambassador to the United States, Her Royal Highness Princess Rima, who's great. She's great. Also, I want to thank the president of Sierra Leone, Julius Madabio. Madabio, I love that name. Thank you. Great honor to have you. And chairman of the FII Institute Executive Committee, Richard Attias. Thank you, Richard. As well as special envoy, I call him Henry Kissinger, who doesn't leak, because Henry is a big leaker. Richard Nixon would beat him. Henry, somebody's leaking on us. There's somebody leaking. Henry would say, we'll get to the bottom. It was Henry that was leaking. That wasn't good. So we have Henry Kissinger, better than Henry Kissinger, and he doesn't leak. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. Thank you, Steve. Doing a great job. And he and Jared Kushner, they're like a team, and boy, I tell you, they're a good team. High IQ. It's a high IQ team. You want to find your high IQ people. Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, Michael Kratsios.
I thought you were about to say my name. I'm like,
Where's
me?
Michael?
Me?
He was at the Greek event. Hi, Michael. He was at the Greek event yesterday. So
I was doing W's in the chat.
Please, sir, would you introduce Michael? CMS
CMS Dan?
A phenomenal
What is
man,
happening?
a
What is he talking
brilliant
about right
man.
now?
You know, he had a show on television for like 20 years that was so great. I was on his show. He said, would you do me a favor? Would you go on my show? I said, yeah, I'll go on your show. It's a big show. It was very successful. And I went on his show, and he determined that I should lose weight. This is what I went through. He said, I think you should lose weight. I said, I don't need you saying that in front of millions of people. You don't have to tell me that. But he's a great guy, and I don't know how he ever got the job after that, but he's the most powerful man, actually.
He's doing roll call.
Bobby, what a team. Bobby is great. He's great. Dr. Oz, you know that, Mehmet Oz. And they're coming up with things that are amazing, a
we
little
have
out
to
of the
watch
box,
this?
but the out-of-the-box guys are really finding things that are amazing. Autism, that's so important to us. We want to find out, why is it happening in such large numbers all over the world, but why is it happening in our country all over the world? And you're coming up with some pretty impressive studies and answers. A really good friend of mine, the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, and Johnny is great.
Text
You know,
POTUS
when I
support.
didn't get the
Wait, I want to play a clip for you.
Nobel
Real quick.
Peace Prize, you got to understand, I don't care. Norway has lost so credible. I stopped 8 wars. I even stopped India and Pakistan. And they were going at it for a week. They had 9 planes already shot down. They were in a war. I stopped them. You know how I stopped them? I said, if you keep fighting, I'm going to put a 250% tariff on each one. No, you cannot do that. I said, I'm doing it. All right, we won't fight anymore. That's how I stopped them. I used tariffs to stop. You ever hear of anything like that? It was too much for them to bear. But
I
they were
fear
gonna
he's
be
the
in a war.
funniest guy of
The
all
Prime
time.
Minister, actually a great guy, the Prime Minister of Pakistan said President Trump saved 30 to 50 million people. 2 nuclear countries would have happened. And I figured, if I don't get the Nobel Prize for Peace, nobody will ever get it. I didn't get it. I'm not surprised. I didn't get it. And the person that got it was shocked. She's a wonderful woman, too, by the way. And she said, no, I don't deserve it. President Trump does. Nobody deserves it. Nobody ever does. I stopped 8 wars, Yasser. Do you know what that is? 8 wars. You didn't stop 8 wars. You started 8 wars, Yasser. I stopped 8 wars.
What? Who is Yes?
It was a little early because, in all fairness, it was for the year before, right? It was
What?
24.
What did you just say?
But still, you thought they would have made an exception. But they didn't do that. You watch what happens.
What did he just say?
But, it was sort of amazing. So she was so nice, and she actually came to the White House, and she presented me with her award. She's a wonderful woman. But stopping wars is my, it's the best. I think I do it the best. I stopped wars that nobody thought. President Putin called me. He said, I can't believe you stopped.
Bro, we're
this
at
one
war.
and this one, which are impossible.
We're at war, like right now. We're like in the middle of a war.
Azerbaijan, it was an impossible war to stop. We stopped it.
We're at war.
But we also have a man who's probably good at stopping wars. I know he's good at being a tough guy. He is a tough guy. He's been very tough on crime, and he's done a great job.
Military operation.
Miami Mayor Francis Suarez is here someplace. Francis, hi. How are you? And we have our great son. He's got the best genes, I think, of any human being
Barron?
I've ever known. He's my son, Don Trump. Don, he's a great guy. And his fiance, Bettina. Good, Bettina, good. No, my son's got the greatest genes in history. I'm a big believer in genes, by the way, I will tell you. My daughter, Tiffany, and her husband, Michael. My
God, dude, this
beautiful
is
daughter.
insane.
Right, and they have a new
What is happening?
child, the most beautiful guy we've seen, right? Blows us all away, right? He's great. Thank you for being here. And countless other business leaders. We have so many friends of mine here, so many business leaders.
Shout
We
out my
can't go
cousin.
on because we have a couple of moments more to discuss the world and the economy. Over the past 14 months, the Trump administration has achieved perhaps the most dramatic one-year turnaround of any nation in all of history. A short time ago, a man that we just discussed, the king, the future king of Saudi Arabia, and I also love the king of Saudi Arabia, what a man he is. When I was there, we bonded. He would grab me to get up. He was a little frail at the time, and this was a long time ago, and he's still doing well. And he'd grab my arm to get up when I was sitting next to him. And they said that's the only time he's ever grabbed anybody. He would grab me all the time. And I said, I think he likes me. And he did like me, and he still likes me, and he's a great man, and say hello to him. He's a great guy with a great son. But a short time ago, we were together, and he looked at me, and he said, you know, it's amazing. 1 year ago, you were a dead country. Now you're the hottest country anywhere in the world. He didn't think this was going to happen. He didn't think he'd be kissing my ass. He really didn't. He
Whoa,
thought,
whoa.
just another American president.
Whoa,
that was
whoa,
a
whoa,
loser,
whoa, 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 whoa.
where the country was going down.
Whoa.
He has to be nice
We
to
need
me.
Saudi.
You tell him he better be nice to me. He's got to be. But it was really something. He said, though, he said, you know, it's amazing, President, because he's a very smart, but a regular kind of a guy. He said, you know, it's amazing, President. A year ago, in that case, it was a year and a half.
You tell him
or
he
6
better be
months
nice
ago,
to
but
me?
A year ago, you were a dead country. Now you're literally the hottest country anywhere in the world. And that was before we beat the hell out of Iran. You know, now I think he's got to say even better. I think we have to up it. But he's fantastic. And
Dude.
everything we do, we're working to make America the #1 place on earth to do business. We passed the largest tax cuts in American history, including no tax on tips, no tax on overtime.
I
no
owe like my
tax
net
on
worth in
Social
taxes, by the
Security
way.
for
I
our
don't know
great
where that's
seniors.
coming from exactly, but my
We
whole fucking
provided
every dollar I've ever
100%
made in fucking
expensing and
taxes.
bonus
54
depreciation,
fucking
so that
percent, and we're
anyone who
talking about
wants to
highest
build
tax
a
cuts of all
factory
time.
can
Give me a
deduct
fucking
the
break.
entire cost of
You
equipment
fucking
and
kidding
the
me?
entire factory in the first year. That used to take 38 years to do. You'd take it little drips. Now it's done.
They better be
And you
nice
know,
to me.
a lot of people remember that my first 4 years was the most successful time we've ever had financially in the history of our country. We had an unbelievable success, but this is much better. And by the way, when this war ends, it's going to be like a rocket
Are we the
ship.
only retards watching
I
this?
thought we were going to go down more, and I thought oil prices were going to go up higher than they are now. It's not finished yet. I'm not saying it's sort of finished, but it's not finished. It's got to be finished. And I thought that we would see a bigger drop in stock. Hasn't been that bad. You know, it's sort of crazy. I hit 50,000 on the Dow. People said that wouldn't be possible within 4 years. I did it in 1 year. And then we hit 7,000 on the S&P. People said that's even harder than hitting 50,000 on the Dow. And I did that in less than 1 year. Toward the end of the year, both of them, we broke every record, every stock record we broke. And you're big beneficiaries because so many of you invest in the United States, and keep doing it because it's going to be a rocket ship. You watch. But then I said, all right, do I have to do this? We have a country that's sick and demented, and they have a nuclear weapon, or they want to have one. They were very close to getting it. Remember, they were 2 weeks away. They were 2 weeks away. If we didn't hit that, I call it the nuclear dust. I use the term nuclear dust. If we didn't knock the hell out of them, they would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 to 4 weeks, and they would have used it on you and on Israel and on everyone else. And I said, we really do have to stop and go on a little different journey for a little while and take them out and then go back to life. And that's what we did. And we did it violently. We did it powerfully. We did it with the respect of the world. And we helped a lot of allies. And we learned about other allies. We learned that other allies weren't there. We didn't need them, but they weren't there if we did need them. And that's going to be very costly for them. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election, adding $9 trillion in value to America's savings and retirement accounts and 401ks. Everybody's benefiting by this. And more Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. At any time. To me, that's the number one stat. More Americans are working today by far.
Chat, y'all got jobs or no? Who got a job?
In the history of our country.
Who got a job?
And in 14 months, we've lifted 3.3 million Americans off of food stamps. That's a record. And Biden and his allies wrecked our country.
I'm a neat, bro.
They wreaked
This is my
havoc
job.
on our economy, and they gave us the worst inflation in American history. Under Trump, during the last 3 months of 2025, we got core inflation down to 1.6%. And right now, the
Have a bunch
average
of
tax refund
Hey, Booty Watcher,
for
happy birthday,
fathers,
bro.
because
Happy
of
birthday,
the
Booty
great,
Watcher.
Big, beautiful bill has been close to $5,000.
Big 33.
It's a lot of money for a family. And this, you know, when I'm talking to Saudi Arabia and I'm talking about $5,000, they look at me, 5,000? That's like a penny, right, David? That's like a penny. Saudi Arabia is not into $5,000, but it's Saudi Arabia. I just want to ask, are the Saudis impressed by the fact that a family has saved $5,000? I know they're looking like, what the hell is 5,000? Their shoes cost them more than 5,000. But that's the way it goes. We're talking about, remember, we're talking about the real world. In his entire term, Joe Biden, I have two terms for him, Crooked Joe and Sleepy Joe. It's always been pretty, you know, I do sometimes a poll, which is a more accurate term, sleepy or crooked, pretty much even. I like sleepy. In his entire term.
I like sleepy. What do y'all rocking with sleepy or crooked?
$1 trillion.
I fuck with sleepy, to be honest. Crooked's funny, but I like sleepy.
A lot less.
Sleepy Joe's best
And
nickname ever.
in
Sleepy
our
fire as
first
fuck.
11 months.
It's the best
12th month is
ever.
coming,
It's like
it's
the
gonna be
best
big.
nickname ever.
We did 18 trillion.
I'm rocking with
Think of it,
Sleepy.
Less than 1 trillion for 4 years. In 11 months, we did 18 trillion. And we have factories being built all over the country at a level that's never been seen before. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I allow the.
He calls
these
Powell
plants
always late,
and
Powell.
everything to build their own electricity. Well, we need big electricity. They're all building their own electricity. But a lot of it has to do with the tax bill. A lot of them, because it's really the biggest tax reduction bill in history, the great big beautiful bill. And a lot of it has to do with the 1-year deductibility where you build a plant and you take the whole
Hold
thing
on.
as a deduction.
Quick pause. This is 6 years old.
Now, Sleepy Joe would say the unemployment rate in the great state of Ohio.
This is insane. This is 6 years old. Is it sped up? No. How different is this? I've never seen this.
Now, Sleepy Joe would say the unemployment rate in the great state of Ohio. No, you're in South Carolina. Joe, you're in South. They come up and you ever see the guy that no, it's South Carolina. It's not Ohio. Okay. Then he goes, all right, Iowa. Did you say Iowa? No. I did that like 7 times. If I did that once, it would be the end of the road, right? Be the end of the road. They'd say Trump has lost it. They like to say that anyway, I guess. Huh? These people are bad people. Oh, Sleepy Joe. Well, he's running tomorrow. No, but could you imagine if I said just a small fraction of the mistakes he makes, which are unbelievable?
Wait, hold on. Just a minute. I just want to see.
Hey everyone. Today we're diving into a jump right in.
Hillary is so corrupt.
Speech.
This is insane.
I also happen to call him a lightweight, okay? And I have said that. So I would like to take that back. He's really not that much of a lightweight. And as far as, and I have to say this, he hit my hands. Nobody has ever hit my hands. I've never heard of this one. Look at those hands. Are they small hands?
We'll come back. Sorry.
In my first term also, but I had it for 1 year. Now I have it for 10 years. So it's pretty amazing, and it's pretty amazing what we're seeing. But it all started with our historic visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. My first visit was to the future king. And on that first foreign trip of my presidency last May, the Crown Prince announced that Saudi Arabia would be investing an incredible almost $1 trillion in the United States, which he later increased. As just a few examples of these new partnerships Oracle will be building a $14 billion worth of cloud computing and AI infrastructure in the kingdom. I didn't know that, David. We have to talk to your father about that. Why isn't he doing it here, David? I'm very upset with you. And by the way, David has done a very good job. David Ellis said he just had a very big win. And your father's very proud of you because your father said, that's a tough one. And you got it. You got it done. It's going to be a great success. You're going to be a great success. You're going to blow away your father. And he'll be very happy about that because he loves you. But it's a great family. Great family. Say hello to him, okay? You're going to have a big, big success with the deal he made. Boeing is selling dozens of 737 airplanes in a deal valued at $4.8 billion and supporting approximately 20,000 U.S. jobs. And during our trip, the United States and Saudi Arabia, and I must say also Qatar, we visited, they were fantastic.
What are questions?
And UAE, we visited, they were fantastic. Staff, I said, if I ever do this thing again, if I ever get in, I'm putting that guy as the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I went to see him in Iraq, and I said, why is it taking so long to destroy ISIS? We have the best weapons in the world. And I understood why, but I had generals, I call them the television generals. They weren't any good. Mattis, Milley, they weren't any good. They were lousy. But they said, sir, it will take about 4 years. When I went over and I met General Kane, I said, how long will it take? 4 weeks, sir, you'll have a lot of time left over. I said, wait a minute, did you say 4 weeks? 4 weeks, sir. It'll take 4 weeks. You have a lot of time left over. That's our new head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Well, he lied.
And he said, how do you do that? Well, sir, we were only able to fight from this one very far away location because...
Tell me if you said something interesting. Hey, watch this. We missed this clip. We missed this clip. We missed this clip. Look at this.
Be great if we could do something, but they have to open it up. They have to open up the Strait of Trump. I mean...
Nah, he did that on purpose. He did that shit on purpose. He did that shit on purpose.
Be great if we could do something, but they have to open it up. They have to open up the...
Look, intrusive thoughts.
Strait of Trump. I mean, Hormuz. Excuse me for... I'm so sorry. Such a terrible mistake. The fake news will say, he accidentally said, no. There's no accidents with me, not too many. If there were, we'd have a major story. No, well, we had that with the Gulf of Mexico. Remember the Gulf of Mexico? And one day I said, why is it the Gulf of Mexico? We have 92% of the area around it. They have 8%, really less than 8%. But for 350 years, it was good. You know, they were there 100 years longer than us.
And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it.
All right. Okay. Moving on.
While the language was coarse, it highlighted the bare-knuckle nature of Trump's campaign rhetoric and willingness to go on the attack against opponents.
And people are worried about my tone. You heard the other night at debate, they asked Ted Cruz, serious question, well, what do you think of waterboarding? Is it okay? And honestly, I thought he'd say absolutely, and he didn't. He said, well, it's, you know, he's concerned about the answer because some people, she just said a terrible thing. You know what she said? Shout it out because I don't want to. Okay, you're not allowed to say, and I never expect to hear that from you again. She said, I never expect to hear that from you again. She said he's a pussy. That's terrible. Terrible.
We have all over the Middle East. In September, he's going to have a lot of fun. He'll drop out. And then the debates came, and I did good in the debates. And we're knocking people off. All senators, governors.
Still Biden. We got time. We got time. We got time. 10 more questions. No. God, he's so good.
Technical issues can frustrate any speaker.
We're going to lose that. $505 billion. And by the way, I don't like this mic. Whoever the hell bought this mic system, don't be the son of a bitch to put it in, I'll tell you. These people. No, this mic is terrible. Stupid mic keeps popping. Do you hear that, George? Don't pay him. Don't pay him. You know, I believe in paying. But when somebody does a bad job, like this stupid Mike, you shouldn't pay the bastard. Terrible. Terrible. It's true. Look at that. Look up this. Every 2 minutes I hear like boom, boom. Anyway, I hope it's okay for you out there, but it really is. Boy, you are real. Look at that. Look up this. Up to the rafters. Man.
Great.
Holy mackerel.
Well, I want to thank Your Eminence. This is really great to be with you again. We love it. Governor Cuomo, our great senators. Hi, Chuck. He used to love me when I was a Democrat, you know.
This clip captures the confrontational dynamic between Trump and the CNN anchor during a contentious interview.
And that they had her on tape. All of a sudden, that story changed.
No, that's not true. She says her story has remained exactly the same. She was knocked a little bit off.
Read this to you,
yeah, that she was knocked off balance, but she remained standing.
Do you mind if I read you her statement?
Yes, please.
I mean, give me a break. You know, the problem is everybody dumps people when there's like a sign of political incorrectness. I'm just going to read, if I can find it.
She said she was almost knocked off balance. But
she said she was almost knocked off balance, right? Here's what she said. You want to read it or you want me to do it? You're a professional announcer. Why don't you read it? The bottom part. The bottom. Now, that's an exact quote from her prior to seeing the cameras, and now she says, oh, I better change my story, I guess.
This quote says, I was jolted backwards. Someone had grabbed me tightly by the arm and yanked me down. I almost fell to the ground, but was able to maintain my balance nonetheless. I was shaken. Campaign managers aren't supposed to try to forcefully throw reporters to the ground. She did not go down the ground.
No, let me just, okay, before she knows, folks, look, I'm a loyal person. I'm going to be loyal to the country. I'm going to be loyal to Wisconsin. We have to tell it like it is. It would be so easy for me to terminate this man, ruin his life, ruin his family. He's got 4 beautiful children in New Hampshire, ruin his whole everything, and say you're fired, okay? I fired many people, especially on The Apprentice. But look what she says, Michelle Fields, who, by the way, she's not a baby, okay? In her own words,
how big it is.
I was jolted backwards. Well, she wasn't. I mean, she's standing there. Someone had grabbed me tightly by the arm, and yanked me down. She wasn't yanked down. She was like, she didn't even have any expression. If somebody in this audience gets whacked or gets hurt, including me, you get hit a little bit, you go.
No, we're back here.
Nobody knew they had that. Went 2,700 miles.
Oh, brother.
So we learned a lot, but we're determined to have the best technology, the brightest minds, the greatest businesses, and the strongest economic and security partnerships of any nation, anywhere in the world. And for this reason, we're also committed to ensuring the United States remains #1 in artificial intelligence. We're doing great. We're leading China by a lot. And I'll not allow radical left maniacs to sacrifice American AI leadership to red tape or political correctness. It's going good. We're doing really well. We're building factories all over America, the biggest in the world. And in America, we don't fear the future. We invent the future. We're really inventing the future. We have the most brilliant minds. And we invite all nations to join us in building the most powerful AI ecosystem on the planet. We're building more automobile plants than any time in the last 50 years. For a lot of reasons. I think #1, maybe the election, but #2, and a close #2, is tariffs. The tariffs are driving people in from Canada, Mexico, Germany, Japan, South Korea. They're coming in. We're building auto plants all over the United States. Tens of billions. I met Mr. Toyota in Japan. I said, what's your name? He's about 92 years old. Sharp as a tack. What's your name? Toyota. I said, you're rich. I said, do you have anything to do with automobiles? Yes.
Let me pee real quick, and then I'm going to sign off.
Toyota, I own it. And I said, well, do you want to make an investment? Yes, we're going to spend $10 billion, spending $10 billion right now on building 5 plants. Everybody is. They're all coming into America. We're going to be hotter than we were 70 years ago when we dominated the automobile. We made all of the cars. My administration has also worked tirelessly to ensure that America remains at the bleeding edge of crypto revolution. We're really doing great. And if we're not going to do it, then China is going to take it over. They want to do it. We're going to be the undisputed crypto capital and Bitcoin superpower of the world. Bitcoin's very powerful. It's all becoming powerful. So many people now, they want to pay you in crypto. They want to pay you in Bitcoin. And we have to be at the top of it in all of these, call it an industry.
Bro,
Last year, I
fucking kidding
signed
me?
the Landmark Genius Act into law, creating a clear and simple framework for dollar-backed stablecoins. And this was a historic achievement, and I'll not allow Democrats and their big
I
bank
heard it. My
donors,
headphones
although
are
they've had a
on.
lot of support for crypto. They will say that. The Democrats have been very strong on crypto. They want to see it too, which is shocking if you want to know the truth. But we don't want any pointless regulations
Oh
or
my God.
needless restrictions. We want to have free enterprise, open. America became the world financial capital because we were the strongest and the freest nation on earth, and the Trump administration's going to keep it that way. We're very open. And I tell people, if you have problems, call me. And some of them are amazed. I actually take their call and get their problem solved. For 4
Just
long
pathetic.
years, our country was pushed to the brink of destruction by radicals and thugs and stupid people who punished success, pillaged our economy, dismantled our borders, and surrendered our strength. But today, all of that is behind us. Our country is prospering again, I think, like never before. I would say, you know, it's amazing. I thought, I knew I'd do it. I didn't know I was going to do it. I had no idea it was going to be this fast. But you never know. I had no idea I'd be going into Iran. I didn't think we'd have to do that. But it turned out we did, because they became more and more radicalized and more threatening. Our economy is booming again, and America is respected again all over the world.
Yeah, this is Brent
perhaps
Oil.
like never before. With the help of business leaders, innovators, allies, and partners like those in this room, incredible people in this room, incredible success stories, the most successful people in the world. We'll seize every opportunity, overcome every challenge.
All right, I can't do
defeat
this
every
anymore.
threat,
We're done.
and America
We're
and
done.
our allies will thrive and prosper and
We are
win
done. We are done.
like no nations have ever won before.
We're done. We're done. I can't. We're good. Getting FOMO on the oil trade. I mean, I'm in it. I just moved my stops up though. I moved my stop up to 104 or something. I'm in it. I can't telegraph every trade anymore because I'm so schizo with it now. I'm just like, I'm a mess. I'm a fucking mess. You want to trade oil? Fucking beat your head against the wall and lose your mind before you start. I'm a mess. I can't go out this weekend. Usually Friday, I need so desperately to go out. I can't do it this weekend. I need to prepare. I'm going to start talking like Trump if I keep listening, I'm going to start talking. I need to prepare. Monday, Andrew Yang, I think it's going to be a movie. I'm going to start stream early on Monday, by the way. Don't be late. Viblet, Small Pepe, talking to all y'all. Don't be late. Don't be late. Why don't you trade smaller money so you won't be stressed? It doesn't matter. I could have $1 in the market and I'm checking the chart every 2 minutes. How do I match with you on Hinge? I mean, you could like. Let me stop. Actually, let me stop myself. Andrew Yang on Monday will be great. And I'm going to start stream early, 30 minutes early. And we're going to talk about the war updates. And then we're going to do, it's going to be like an AI UBI recession kind of conversation. Like, it's not going to be a lot of war stuff. It's going to be a lot of AI. We're going to go back to AI. We're done with War Doom. We'll do AI Doom for a while. Then we'll go back to War Doom, I think. But Andrew Yang, everyone knows who he is. He fucking ran for president and like got some motion. Let me see. Let's see. This is who's coming on.
Thank you! How beautiful are you? country needs big changes, and we are just the people to see those changes through. Am I right?
He basically ran on like AI is going to take over the world. Everyone's going to have UBI. Like, he ran on like tech, and he's basically been right about every single thing. And so it's all aged so incredibly. And he could legitimately be the president next election. Yeah. Like, he could actually be the president next election. He's kind of a genius, and he like really gets our world. And so it's gonna be sick for us. It's gonna be sick for the calm, our pit, everything. And we're gonna level up, fellas. Also, speaking of the pit, if you don't know what it is, sorry, Small Pepe was late, so I get to share it. I have this link. It's a Telegram. I'm in there a lot. I feel like I'm kind of washed, by the way. I feel like my posting has gotten worse as number has gone up, but it's our calm, and it's goated. I don't want to raid Rasmer, bro. Do I have to? I don't really want to raid Rasmer. He's kind of been making me mad recently with the whole, like, how do you get these guests? It actually was a lot easier than I thought. We make it so hard for no reason, and then I finally just DM'd him, and he was like, yeah, sure, I'll come on the stream. And I'm like, okay. Really? He's like, yeah, sure, when do you want to do it? He said, let's do it Monday. I said, okay. So that's pretty cool. You mad Q? I feel like I've been looking mad good recently. I'm not even gonna just sit here and fucking like act like I'm not. I feel like I've been looking mad good recently on stream. Yeah, I'm not even gonna act like I'm not. You glowing today, not gonna lie. Yeah. You lost the LA glow? No, I just fixed it with the lighting. I just fixed it with the lighting. You don't actually have to tan. You just make the lights warmer. Boots on the ground. I asked brother, I said, what should I do for prepare? He said, get ready to shoot an AK and get some military boots. I said, what? He said, learn how to shoot an AK-47. Looking dry as hell recently? Bro, what does that mean? What do you mean I'm looking dry? Yo, what's Tiger Woods doing, bro? You should talk. Damn, I hope he's okay, honestly.
Hey, Sandra. Yeah, sad situation here because we know a little bit about what Tiger Woods has been through. He had some overcorrection, but that's what happened.
Oh my God!
Impaired. We're talking about this is a separate crash. This is back from 2021, but the one.
Oh, you fucking Fox News.
And they said they're going to release more information, but that's
what? Why would you show that? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
There was another investigation, a clipped hours, a year into what was in notes this week, last night. That wasn't happening.
Why would you show that? They're gnarly for that. I can't lie. All right, I'm getting off stream. Monday, we have one of our biggest streams ever. It's been a lot, guys. Oh wait, you're gonna be fine. Okay, we're gonna figure out how to trade it. We're gonna figure out how to navigate it. You're gonna be fine. It's pretty gnarly right now. I'm not gonna lie. The TL is gnarly, the market is gnarly, everything's like a little stressful, but I feel like we're doing a good job of covering it, and we are gonna just stay locked in. And I feel like we're pretty on the ball. I feel like we have a pretty good pulse on the market right now. I feel like we have a pretty good understanding of what's going on, and I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I'm not gonna lie. So I am not going to do a motivational speech right now because I don't think we need one. I think we're chilling. We'll just monitor what happens, and we'll just play it by ear. What'd you guys think of streams this week? No, I'm not giving you one, Celery. Great stream. First chatter, too. What's good, Bob? Where'd you come from? Nah, you don't need one right now. We'll do it on Monday. I feel like the streams are getting better. I'm not going to lie. I low-key think they're getting better. Why don't you respond to folk in the pit? Say some shit worth responding to, bro. It's a very simple equation. You say something good, I respond. I think you have room to improve with weekend streams, bro. I'm hooked. What got you hooked? Dude, no weekend streams. I can't. I actually can't. I cannot do weekend streams, bro. I can't. I cannot. I have a lot. I do like a couple things outside. You know, there's like a 12-hour day. I do a few things. I do a few things on the weekend. Every once in a while. I do some things on the weekend. Do you be hooping? Now I have a torn labrum. I'm useless right now. I'm completely useless. I can't do anything. Can you run through your day? You actually want me to run through my day? I could walk through my day right now if you want my daily routine. Do you actually want to know? Man, it's your energy, your curiosity, digging stuff. Thank you, G. You actually want to know? All right, this is my daily routine. On a stream day or on a weekend? Because weekends are a mess. If I go out on Friday, I'll wake up at 5 p.m. on Saturday. My weekends are a fucking disaster. I can tell you a weekday, though. All right, it's my weekday. No, weekends are a mess. Weekends are a mess. Like, I'll wake up. If I go out, it's GG. Saturday is like a disaster. My normal weekday daily routine that I'll get off is, okay, like a stream week. So, like, Monday, we have Andrew Yang. So, I'll wake up at 8:45. I get up. I brush my teeth, wash my face, go downstairs. I meditate, 25 breaths. And then I'll write in the journal for like 3 minutes. I'll do like a quick little stretch. Like a little ab workout, just like get my blood flow and do like a little stretch. And then at like 9:20, I'll text the pit, wake the fuck up. And then I turn on Market Open with the mitt, which I'm low-key watching less, but I'll watch something, usually him, because it's good. 9:30 to 10:30 is like Twitter. So I go through, I bookmark everything I like. I bookmark every tweet I think is interesting, like just topics. Like I'll bookmark like 40 things. I write them down in my notes. At 10:30, I get on a call with Tulip King and Daniel, and I just dump every tweet. This happened, this video, this bond tweet, this CL tweet, this sticky tweet, this thing, this headline, this tweet, this Financial Times article, this thing, and dump them all. And I'm like, I think I want to talk about this and this, but we'll see. After that point, I'm all, at 11, I get off. 11 to 12, I like eat breakfast and like listen to like an H-Rock video or whatever. And then I come back at noon to like a beautiful doc together. They organized it. They planned it. You should do this segment, this rant, this summary. Here's this thing about bonds that you're retarded and don't understand it, but I'm going to teach you it. Like they like get me right. So from 12 to 1:30, I'm like setting this up. Like I have all these like tabs and shit. I'm setting up all my, like I didn't even get through any of this. Like, I didn't get through bonds. I get through none of it. I didn't do any of it. AI, crypto. I went through literally none of it today, but whatever. I have them all. I have all these Twitter war videos. Did none of it. Irrelevant. So at 1:30, the stream's like set up. And then 1:30 to 2:30, I take a shower. And I'll take a shower and like I'll nap. Usually I've been napping. Hell, I'm not gonna lie. 30-minute nap, 30-minute shower, and then I somehow come 10 minutes late to the next meeting. And then 2:30 to 3:30 is like the first 30 minutes is like final checks on like, okay, here's this thing you don't know that well, like cover this better, learn this thing better, So we go over for 30 minutes. This thing just happened, And then 3 to 3:30 is like get the lighting right, get the backdrop, get my water. I go downstairs, I get a matcha. We do like a quick little like company stand up, get everybody on the same page. I tell like the YouTube clipping team what we're going to talk about today. And then I'm done with everything at 3:20. 3:20 to 3:45, I do literally nothing. And then I start the stream. Stream until like, I don't know, what time is it? 6:45, 7. Like 7, I get off stream. And then I'll go take a nap, 7:30. I'll go to the gym, 7:30, 8:30. Come back at 8:30. I'll like do nothing until 9. Take a shower, eat. It's like 10. Then I'll like work for an hour, 10 to 11. Brain rot for an hour, and then I'll go to bed at 12. I feel like that took me way too long to get through, but that's what I do every day, basically. So it's just stream and like prep for stream. 3-hour workdays. I just walk you through a 12-hour workday, bro. First time chatter came in here to say 3-hour workday. Bro, I just walked you through like a 12-hour workday. How many times do you wake up during the night to check charts? Usually 1. Usually one. Do you goon? Never goon, bro. Never goon. Never, ever goon. When do you trade? All day. I just think about trading all day. It drives me nuts. It makes me so miserable. I think about it all day. I just thinking about it all day. I could have $5 in a position and I can't sleep. It's just like the worst. But I love it. People don't realize how much goes through. I'm saying, bro just had 3-hour workday is like crazy. That's a long day. I'm about to get off. The reason I like prevent getting off these calls sometimes is everyone's waiting for me on stand up and I like don't want to get on it. And I have to film a YouTube video after I get off this stream. I don't want to film the intro, bro. So I like don't really want to get off the stream right now, but I'm bored and like viewers go down when I'm bored, so I have to get off. It's like a weird dilemma. But if I get off, I have to join a company call I don't want to join. So it's like this weird thing, you know. A lot of times I was sitting here like in the dark for like 5 minutes. Everyone's calling me, where are you? Join stand up. I'm like, I don't want to join stand up. I really put it off. I'm not going to lie. I have to film an intro and there's somebody outside I have to hang out with who I actually really like. But I'm kind of antisocial right now. It's like you sit in the car in front of the house. Yeah, I'm a big like gym sitter in the car in front of the gym. I used to sit in the gym for like in the car for like 30 minutes. I used to sit in the car for 30 minutes outside the gym. Yeah. Stand up is the worst. It just is. Everyone in there is so good too. Like everyone's so dedicated and tried so hard and like worked so hard today. But I joined and I'm like, hey guys. Yo, Thread, thanks for checking out Captcha. I'm not gonna lie, Alex. I lost 5K on it, but respect. It was a sick idea. And it was cool to see it do well. So I don't know, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Let's review the YouTube. Nah, don't be sorry, Alex. I'm kind of just trolling. I thought it was a sick idea. Also, was the Citrini post real? Be honest. Was it? I saw the Citrini. I knew I didn't want to buy it. I'm like, fuck my life. I can't go to. Honestly, I respect your game, bro. Like you just ship. Like you just ship stuff. I respect it. You're a grinder. I'm not gonna lie. You're genuinely a grinder. So I respect it. Threadless review the YouTube. Celery, if you can't get a fucking YouTube video over 10K views, I'm just gonna like, I don't even know what to do anymore. You gotta get one over 10K views, bro. Like you just have to. We gotta get these views up, bro. Cause I show these like on dates. I'll show my YouTube on a date, you know? Do you play Clippers? Unreal amounts. Dude, we have our clipping, but yeah, that's why I'm sure your hinge is dry. Bro, it's just like maybe we film the intro live. I can't. I gotta get off. I'm gonna start saying dumb shit. I watched 45 minutes of Trump. I'm gonna start saying dumb shit, dude. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I can already feel it. I can feel it coming. I'm tired. I can feel it like getting loose. I can feel myself getting ready to cause problems. I can feel it. How much for 1 mil views on Instagram? Bro said record my intro. All right, I think I'm done. Anything else? Anyone need anything? I'm going to the Shape store. Does anyone need anything? I actually have to get off. Before I go, does anyone need anything? I love you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for supporting. Thank you. Bro says I can feel myself getting ready to cause problems. I can just feel it like coming out. Pause. I love you. I'll see you on Monday. Andrew on Monday. Have a good one. Catch you when I catch you. I'll see you when I see you. Okay, motherfucking peace.